love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still from the stars with the show, and till then is half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Just like a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Ay, 10 in the more, 2 to the peak. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Hands up as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch on YouTube with real for French. Ay, this one time for the Twitch. Ay, this one time for the text. Ay, this one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
I think it's over for the Bills. I'm here to tell you. I know Leroy's been very hot and heavy about the Patriots and they're going to take a step back, but I actually disagree. I think the reign's over for the Buffalo Bills. Like, of being of any team that matters. I think they're going back to Loserville.
Porque.
First off, they try and pawn these jerseys off on everybody where they look like a Diet Pepsi. And there's no other way to put it because I saw the jersey I saw the jersey next to a Diet Pepsi, and that looks like a Diet Pepsi.
I thought it was an RC Cola.
Dude, they look like Diet Pepsi. So they've lost that aura, and they're still trying to, and everybody knew it. You know, there's nothing worse than a bad jersey comes out, and you still got to be like, yeah, you know you made a mistake. And I don't understand why they're just like, we ran out of color combinations because, you know, we have the most common color combination in the history of sports. Red, blue, and white. American colors.
Don't get no more Americana than that.
And we're just like, you know what, dude? We're going to throw a gray in here. It's like, what? Why? You know, just because. So we can look like Diet Pepsi. And then, the thing that's so great, these idiots who, I mean, what can you say about Bills fans? They love jumping through tables on fire. Pure morons. But the thing that really makes it sweet is they live in that hellhole of Buffalo. They spend over $2 billion on a stadium, and half the fans can't see. How's that possible?
Those were some obstructed views.
Vlad, is it 1934? We're still doing obstructed views in 2026 where if I paid my season tickets and I have to sit there with an awning in front of me or a guardrail in front of me, who the hell foisted the Buffalo Bills and took their money? Because who designed this? A child? What's going on? I think it's over for them. And I think all good mojo that they've had for years is over. And it's great to see. I'm here for it. I'm glad about it. To think that this fan base bitched and moaned. Oh, you guys have a sideline that designs the sun to beam on us. Yeah, you want to know why? That's architecture. That's planning. What did you guys do? Do you have a robot AI architect?
They architected.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they?
Just not very well.
Not well. It seems like their architect used AI, and it wasn't on the updated version. I mean, you spend $2 billion, $2 billion on a new stadium, and nobody can see the games? And did you see the Jumbotron? That's a jumbo shrimp. You can't even see it. Every single, there's two things in sports. Hello, Leroy. That has gotten bigger and bigger, almost to the point of way too big. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched Hard Knocks. Have you seen the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl rings?
No. Is it gaudy?
It's ridiculous. You can't wear it. Like,
really?
Sam Darnold, like, opens it up and goes, whoa. The ring is so big. It's not a ring. It's not a ring. It if somebody wore that on a chain back in the early 2000s, we would make fun of them. Like, it is so gaudy. But that's just what it is now. Rings are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. They have contraptions, whatever. I'm sure if the Dolphins ever win, hopefully it's the size of a manhole, right? You know, but the manhole cover. But the other thing that's supposed to get bigger, Leroy, when you make a stadium, the thing that's supposed to be huge is the screens.
Especially after Jerry.
Right. And these Buffalo Bills, you're looking at these renderings, I'm like, where's your screen? I can't see the screen. What the hell's going on over there?
So excited to get a new stadium that they may have left out a couple of things that make it work. I'm echoing.
It's crazy. Switch them to program 1-1, Vlad. I think that's the way we've been doing it to get no echo on the audio layout. But that's crazy.
I may be able to beat science, but guess what I can't beat?
What's that?
Traffic.
Yeah, it was tough getting back. Would you get a later? Did you get a later thing, or just Broward schools are back?
No, Mel had to go get Rebecca to take her to the doctor, and then she had to end up going to a different doctor, and so she had her lunch with her. So I said, I'll just buzz and pick it up and put it in the refrigerator. And going there and coming back, there's like 3 schools up on Flamingo that backed it up a little bit. And so I'm like, oh, it's going to be close.
It's dicey. I mean, dude, so today was Sophia's first day of high school. And
they start at 7:45?
Oh, they start earlier than that. I think they have to be in school at 7:20.
Really? So they start earlier than Broward.
Yeah, no, they're super. It's super early, and I thought like we got the jump on it. I was like, oh, 6:45, we're good, baby, let's go. And you know, everybody had that same thought. I'm sure it's not going to be like this the rest of it.
Everybody had the same thought,
dude. It was a crazy morning. I was like trying to turn down because the school that she's on, there's only one lane, you know, and so like you could take a side street to turn into that one lane. That maybe is a little bit of relief, but. Dude, I saw a car fly right in front of us that nearly T-boned another car, and I'm just like, that's definitely a high school driver. And now I'm already paranoid. I'm like, she's going in there. None of these kids know how to drive. They're all idiots. Oh. And sure as bleep, as soon as that car turns down the road we do, it's got seniors on the back. And I'm just like, I mean, you were almost one and done. That thing was almost it was almost curtains.
One and done.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. But I mean, the entire process was terrible. I mean, they have one lane, it goes whoop, 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 and the cops were on point today because somebody tried to do I will give she was on it because somebody tried to do the old okey doke cut right into the line of turn. She goes, no. Didn't give a ticket, but just said, get out of that line unless you want a ticket. And so that person had to go down. They had to do the U-turn of shame. They got sent. They got banished all the way down. They're like, no, back of the line, U-turn of shame. So yeah, it was a wild first morning. Then when I was down here, there's no date. I don't think date starts till Thursday.
Why?
I don't know. They always start weird.
They always start like between Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade. They all start at different days.
No, Broward, I think
Broward and Palm Beach are the same.
But Dade always does that middle of the week stuff. They always do that. And Palm Beach got rid of that a couple of years ago. They just started doing Mondays.
Tell the year to slow down.
Huh?
Can we tell the year to slow down?
It's crazy, right?
We're already on the 10th day of August.
I know. But football's almost here.
Know why? Because we've had entertainment from football to football this year.
And football.
Yes.
Football.
So we had the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Pinks. We've had the Marlins.
Marlins month of June.
Yeah. And so it really, like, we had sports to take our mind off, and then, boom, football, Hall of Fame game.
But usually August is slow, and already I'm like, damn, we're already 10 days in?
I know.
Right.
We got a joint practice this week. We got a preseason game on Friday.
Joint practices are cool depending on who you're playing. who you're practicing against. Because we practiced against Arizona one time when Buddy Ryan was the coach.
Oof.
And he runs that 46 defense. So you're doing like 7-on-7, but they got 10 guys in the game. Because that's their normal defense, with all the guys crowding the line of scrimmage. So I'm like, this is useless. So we went into short yardage. And so it just so from that standpoint, there's that. But the games, getting ready for the games, I knew it was preseason, but I was so excited to put the uniform on and go play in my first preseason game when I got to the Browns. So there's a lot of, especially this team, a lot of young guys.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of excitement and energy that you wouldn't normally see around preseason or practicing against Atlanta.
Let's get to our headlines. Those are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Marlins, they take 2 or 3 from the LA Angels, beat them down yesterday. 12
Good comeback.
to
They responded.
3.
Yeah.
Griffin Conine had a pair of home runs, including one off of a position player, which here was the call last night.
Again?
Yeah. And so that dude thrilled the old Ephus pitch, and Conine ripped it to shreds.
On Friday, Conine tomahawks the ball. He drives one out to right. That's way deep, and it is gone. It was 39 coming in. He met it about eye high, and Griff drills his 12th home run this year. He's smiling, shaking his head as he rounds the bases, and it's 12-2 in the bottom of the 8th.
Softball. That's softball right there.
Yeah, you're not going to get that past Conan. The way Conan's hitting the ball right now, that's not going to happen. I mean, he hit one at like 115 off the bat for his first one or something like that. It was crazy.
I like the fact that, it's crazy because it's not like when they don't score, they're swinging and missing. They just been hitting it right to people, right? Or, they've been making contact. So it was good to see balls get through. Is it Lopez? Does he not care about the third baseman?
I don't know. You were texting me while I was out yesterday, so I didn't know the game situation you were talking about. To be honest
like
with you.
he ended up scoring. So what happened was he was trying to go first to third. Because they hit the ball to the second base, the third baseman, a slow roller. He picked it up and threw it to first, and Lopez kept going to third. They threw it back to third. They overthrew him, but he slid, and the coach is yelling at him, "Go, go, go!" The ball's in the backfield, in the outfield. Then finally he runs in, and it was really close. When if he was just paying attention to his coach, he would have been fine.
No, it happens. I can't get too mad at him. He's had a good year.
Yeah.
Marlins did what they had to do, though. They take 2 out of 3. They lost on Friday. I mean, they got in at like 4 a.m, so you give them a little pass on that one. They did what they had to do. Got to keep it going against the Pirates. Sandy, he passed Ricky Nolasco as the franchise's all-time leader in innings pitched. So congratulations to the Sandman.
What's the only one left?
I think it's outs, right?
Outs or
Is he
he's
the
got
leader in
strikeouts. He's
Yeah.
got innings pitched.
Does he have wins?
It might. Is it quality starts?
That's a garbage stat. Like, nobody cares about being the
He
leader in
loves
quality
that
starts.
stat.
He does.
Quality starts.
Yeah.
That's
I
like
know there's one more they said he'd get in 4 or 5 games, but I'm not sure which one it is.
The Dolphins, they're back on the practice field today. Then they will travel to Washington. They'll have a joint practice on Wednesday.
Oh, I meant Washington this week, not Atlanta.
They're not jointing against Atlanta. But Washington will be this week. Games on Friday. A couple injury updates. Jeff Hafley said today that Juju Brent's cornerback won't practice this week, but it doesn't seem to be a long-term injury. Kicker Zane Gonzalez, he said, is week to week. That feels like he lost the kicker competition.
That's how it works at that position.
That feels like you're done then, dude.
Hey, like, I I've been in camp twice when 2 kickers got hurt, and I never saw them again.
I don't think. I think
Like
when
you don't have think about all the positions you have time for a guy to get healthy. Kicker ain't one of them.
Especially if you're in a battle. We'll wait out. Jason Sanders. While we can, but yeah, that's not. That was a no bueno. And then Cleveland Farrell is going to miss multiple weeks. So that was a short stint
Right.
to bring him in. And then as Cap says, on a piece of Commanders news, Laramie Tunsil tore his tricep. He might miss the season.
That's a weird one. That's a weird one because I've heard bicep, I've heard pec. You very rarely hear somebody tear their tricep. Think about it. I don't know how that happens when all of your movements put strain on the other side of your arms and your chest.
Yeah, well, the former Miami Dolphins offensive lineman who's been traded for a gazillion picks in his career.
I'm going to say, this guy should be in the Hall of Fame in his own wing because he has gotten more first-round picks throughout the league than anybody I can remember.
Vera Tucker from the Jets who signed with the Patriots tore his side tricep too.
Really?
Yeah, that's
what
took
a
him out of
weird.
the game.
It's just it's an odd injury. For a football practice, for a football player when everything's in front of you, so that means you're.
This player's torn the triceps twice.
Well, then he re-injured it. So
and both arms.
got
No,
he's got
two
bumps.
arms. One. Yeah.
Got
Too-
both
look,
done?
Yeah.
you know that could also mean
What's that?
too many curls for the girls, and you need to do some buys and tries.
Give us a weather update, Leroy, brought to us by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Beat the storm. Schedule your free roof and window estimate today. Call 954-968-8155.
All right, we got partly cloudy skies, but I'm looking over and over there yonder, and those clouds look like they could be bringing some activity. We got the winds out of the south at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Trees moving pretty good. And I would say right now it's about 85 degrees. That sounds like a good 10 in the morning kind of number.
We'll see. It's been, on and off around here.
It rained this morning out of the blue. Didn't even realize it.
Oh, yeah?
Not by you? Well,
We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this.
WQAM broadcast.
And Leroy here with you on a Monday. A happy new week to everybody out there. Even though you shouldn't be listening right now, good luck to all the teachers out there. You know,
Yep.
enjoy
Another crew. Another year.
Another year. So good luck to all the students. And Dade, get your asses in school. You get a couple extra bonus days here. What are we doing, huh? Get out there. The Dolphins are back on the practice field. One update from the reporters. Boots on the ground. No sign, apparently, this morning of Zach Sealer.
Veterans Day.
Yeah, maybe a Veterans Day. Who knows? They have, of course, the joint practice coming up on Wednesday. Omar Kelly says, we don't have Zach Sealer practice. Sealer doesn't take days off, and this isn't a day off staff, so hopefully it's nothing serious. Going to see a lot of Jordan Phillips, Zeke Biggers, and Kenneth Grant together. But you could be right, Leroy. I mean, does he need to practice every day? It's vet day.
So there's certain guys that you can ask, how much work you need, and they're going to put in the work that's needed to get ready for the season. There's other guys, if you ask that, they wouldn't do nothing. Once you know the difference between those two guys, then you got to save one guy from himself. So if you know Zach could go out there every play, then you give him a rest. And it goes along the lines, Miro, I'll tell you, with injuries. A player's always going to say that I can go because that's being tough. That's being a football player. It's the job of the organization and the staff to save him from himself.
What does Zach Sealer do on it? He's like, what do I do on golf?
Oh, I did
Just go relax,
I did a little fishing.
He goes, relax.
But no, when you have the day off, you're still there. You still got to go. You don't just not show up.
Zach Sealer, he's not.
I think he probably inside.
I picture Zach Sealer actually out on the sidelines chopping wood. They're like, what's he doing? Just keep chopping.
Yeah. I mean,
just chopping wood.
The other thing is that understand that, just like school starting for you, school's starting for them too. So they got to do those same things. I remember one time I had to miss a practice because my basement flooded. A pipe broke. Yeah, just overnight.
The Tyreek fire we had a couple years ago.
You just call in and say, yeah, I'm not going to make it today. And it's called life. Like, regardless of what you do, life still going to life. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing about that. And everybody panicking, hyperventilating like regular things don't happen to athletes. Calm down.
Zach Sealer saying, the cattle got out. They're like, the cattle? Yeah, the cattle got out. I'll be right back.
Would you be surprised if you drove by his house in Davie somewhere and he got like 3 buffalo in the backyard?
Oh. What do you call that one? That's Josh Allen. That's Geno Smith. Call that one Drake. I'll round him up.
I heard what you were saying right before I got out of the car about Buffalo.
Dude,
dude, can I just say this? Dear for everybody building stadiums, both now and in the future. This happened in Cleveland. But that stadium was not built for football. The original municipal stadium was built for the Olympics, believe it or not. And so there's a lot of poles that people had to look around during football games. But that's because it wasn't built for football. With the way they're building stadiums now and how detailed these multi-billion-dollar stadiums are, I'm having a hard time figuring out how you Timu'd the seating.
It's crazy.
Listen, right now, somebody need to get fired.
Definitely.
Somebody need to get some type of refund. Because keep in mind, all these people that bought these tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, your ticket is pointing away from the game.
They make you pay just to have the right to pay.
They licensing.
Yeah, the license.
The seats are licensed now. Right.
Ridiculous, dude. Yeah, that's.
So just imagine having.
They'll here's the thing, though. See, the Buffalo Bills fans so stupid. They're going to be like, they're going to think this is the greatest thing ever because they're like, we like not seeing the game. We're real fans. We like to sit.
We're here for the tailgate anyway.
Yeah, we like to sit in our piss snowballs, and we like to jump through flaming tables. We like having no view because that's how the Buffalo Bills fan is. The more miserable the experience is, the better for the Buffalo Bills. Like, don't you want to see the game? No, Josh Allen doesn't want me to see the game. Right. If Josh Allen wanted me to see the game, I'd be a fan of the Packers. What does that even mean? Just shut up. Like that's just what they love. They love being miserable.
I have absolutely zero patience because I'm more than sure everybody wanted to get paid and everybody wanted their money for doing said stadium.
Yep.
And
my favorite is
go ahead.
No, my favorite is how many seats are blocked in the end zone too. Like that's how great it is. Like you can't even see if a touchdown scores in certain corners.
Fam,
you're like, I think.
Somebody said it happened in Miami Stadium too.
You want to be sitting in the middle of December in a cold ass Buffalo with an obstructed view.
It's terrible.
That's horrible.
It's horrible.
Don't they have a dome too?
No,
it's not.
Because they're stupid. They're stupid. They should have a dome because they live in Siberia. But no dome.
Cleveland's doing a dome.
Yeah, of course. Because it's 2026 and we should have domes on our stadium.
I would say this. I think part of the intrigue of going to certain places is because of that, right? Like if Green Bay ever got a dome stadium, it wouldn't be Green Bay. I'm tending to say that
Tundra is tundra.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards saying that for Buffalo too. Something about saying we're going to Buffalo, you're gonna have to deal with 2 feet of snow. Like it's just it's part of the deal. It's part of the experience of going to Buffalo.
I know you're gonna call that charm, but it's not charming. It's not like because you want to know something. There's no such thing as charming NFL prices anymore.
Right. That's and that's where I'm understanding if nobody agrees with me. Right. I'm looking at it from a player standpoint. You always look up, okay, who do I play up north? Oh, we got Pittsburgh in January. We got to go to Chicago. So we thinking about all of these places and getting your mind right to go deal with these places. It's kind of a mental thing as far as a player. As a fan, we used to laugh at fans sitting in that miserable weather to pay to go watch a game.
Of course, like if you knew that the obstructed seats were like, hey, dude, those are $20 seats, you'd be like, all right. It's like when I sat in the fish tank back in the day. $4 tickets. Okay, you don't deserve like the best view all the time. But the thing is, that those tickets in the upper deck are going to cost an arm and a leg, and you can't see a quarter of the game. That's ridiculous.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing if that's charming. I paid $25 for these tickets.
How about when we would go to basketball games or we go to events and the Jumbotron was below us?
Oh,
that's
crazy. Woo!
So, Vlad, to look at the screen in the middle, you have to look down. I'm like, wow, we're up here.
Dude, it's when you sit above Uptown at a Heat game, scary.
Yes.
Oh wait, the 400s?
Dude. So there's the 400s flat.
And then there's
one
above.
There's a press box.
Yeah, no, the press box.
And you can't, and it's dark. They don't turn the lights on.
You're right. Limited snacks.
Yeah. No, remember the one time we went, they had food. I forgot what
that was UFC.
UFC. Okay, got
UFC.
They're not having that.
And by the way, they stopped doing that too. The UFC. That was I think that was pre-merger. I think that was pre everybody getting money because I don't think they did that the last time. But no, dude, that if it in some places, okay, it's like in today's day and age, like back in the day, you had a bad stadium. But what did the upper deck cost to go to a Cleveland Browns game back in the day?
Right.
Probably not that much.
Right.
This poor bastard who has to have this luxury box blocking his end zone, he probably had to pay. Well, those are still $5,000 season tickets.
Right.
You're just like,
That's
enjoy
crazy.
Enjoy
it.
So
how if your team is going the other way for a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and here's going to be the kicker. If he tried to go down so he could see, some Yahoo is going to tell him get back up in his seat, right? Which is crazy.
By the way, don't use the word kicker in Buffalo. It's kind of a touchy subject over there.
Always. Well, at least theirs is an out week to week.
Yeah, right. Like we don't. I don't care. Like that ain't me. I got PTSD from kicker too. You think I feel sorry for Buffalo?
Yeah, they were in the Super Bowl. They were about to win. You were
So?
about to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, still hurt.
It wasn't a given that you would have won. It was a given that he would have won.
A given that we'd have won? Yes,
No,
it
it
was.
was a given for him.
No, it was a given we were going to win. We were up 7 with 2 minutes left.
I didn't say but it wasn't a given you want to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, no. Okay, right. Correct. That was to win the Super Bowl.
So who ended up winning the Super Bowl that year?
It was still the San Francisco. What was this? No,
Was it
Denver.
Denver?
Denver won.
You guys were playing
back.
Denver?
Denver back to back.
Yeah,
You
we
would've
would have
played
played
Denver?
We would have played Denver. Correct. And then
He's pretty
Buffalo
long in the
lost
tooth.
Huh?
Is that when he did the helicopter?
No. This is
No,
the one
that
we
was-
throwing bombs to Rod Smith. Yeah. But that's because a certain.
That was the first Super Bowl. The second Super Bowl, Denver, he couldn't even throw.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm talking about Brett Favre. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm
Talking about Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning couldn't even
Yeah,
throw.
I was about to say. I was like,
Now, I know.
Manning was-
I bet you right now, Elway's got his heater.
You think so?
There's certain guys
Dan.
that
Marino.
they just got Marino. Yeah, I bet you Dan still got the heater.
Man, dial it up. But then he's gonna be sore after. He's gonna have to.
yeah.
Ice
Oh,
him.
he only got
yeah.
one throw in him right
He's
now.
gonna have to ice-
Dude,
All right, well,
no lie. I was playing catch
Hmm?
like a couple of years ago, and I used to be able to sit on the 50-yard line and throw a ball through the goalpost. And I hadn't thrown a football in a while, and I was out there playing with the kids or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give this one some heat." And I was like, "Oh, got to use a bathroom. Got to go in." That was
Icy
it.
hot. You needed some icy hot.
No, icy hot. No, I said, you know what? My body said, "Hey, big fella, how about we just don't play catch anymore? How about that? We don't need icy hot. We just need not to throw the football."
We'll take a break. Jon-Eric Sullivan was on with Joe Rose and had a pretty interesting update on Chris Bell. Tell you about that coming up next. It's Tobin and Leroy on a Monday. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. You guys can get us 104.3 WQAM on YouTube, Miami 104.3 WQAM on Twitch. You have the Tobin and Leroy Show on all your podcast platforms, free on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps, and, of course, on demand wherever podcasts are available. Miami Dolphins are back on the practice field today. We got a preseason game coming up on Friday. This was Jeff Hafley this morning when asked about how much playing time everyone's going to get. And this is what the Dolphins head coach had to say.
Everybody who is on our team right now needs to be ready to play. That's how I see it. Like, truthfully, what I'd like to see is how many reps each guy gets in the Washington practice, right? And who comes out of the Washington practice healthy. The Washington practice is really important to me. I think it's a really good time with where we're at in the competition, not really to evaluate the team, okay, but to evaluate the individuals. Now, I think you always want to evaluate everything, so I say that loosely, but I think it's an important time to go against a different color jersey, different stimulus, change of environment. I think that's a really, really good opportunity to see, you know, where some of our guys are at in these competitions that we have. So I want to maximize the reps in that practice. So, for example, if a player were to get 40-plus reps in practice, which might be a little bit high with only a day in between, how much can I really play him? Can we really play him in a preseason game 2 years later? We got to be safe there, right? So what I'd like to do, so we can kind of end those questions of who's playing, is let me see where we're at after the practice. I'd like for everybody to be available to play, and then if I have to pull certain guys or dial down certain guys based on the reps that they got in that Washington practice, then we'll do so. Make sense? So I'll have a better answer to that Wednesday night at some point when we figure all that out. And that's just me being honest.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the honesty, Jeff. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
there is some, and that's why sometimes when you have joint practices, you notice the vets don't play that much because they may get all the reps. You want the physicality of a game without the other stuff. And you can do that in practices. Like, you can have the competition, you can have working against somebody else, you can have all that. And in the game, you might run a series or two, not necessarily to get the competition part of it, but just to get how we're going to warm up, how we're going to prepare for a game, what mindset we need to go to start a game. Those are the things that you're really working on when you have a joint practice. So once that happens, then you get all the guys who didn't do nothing during the week when you were practicing against the other team. They getting all their work against their guys who also didn't get any work during the week.
This has become a very chic thing, the joint practice. Everybody is kind of like, it's almost, to the coaches, almost replaced the preseason game, almost to a detriment, because it's like, and then we've completely forgotten about the preseason.
And nobody can tackle.
Yeah, so, like, I get it. It is what it is right now. I do wish, like, it wasn't such a factor, because they're only doing it once this week. So, you know, I would like to see some of the starters. This is a little bit of a different situation with this team too, because of how young it is.
Yeah, and that's but still, and keep in mind, and going with the way everything else has gone in football lately, I don't care how young or how long you've been in the league. Do you really want to practice against another team during the week and then play them a day later in a game? You've already seen, you know what I mean? You've already gotten your work in. Keep in mind, you have 80 guys.
It's an interesting thing too, because it's like, well, why did it be? I don't know. Like, you guys still did joint practice back in the day, yeah?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like, I feel like it's become more highlighted over like the last 10 years, and like they're like,
yeah,
we've really used it as like the tool that's been our warm up, and they've kind of used the game as like, who are the 5 guys we're going to end up keeping on the end of the roster?
Think about this. We did 4 practices. So we go there on, say, Wednesday, or we go there Tuesday. You practice 2 on Wednesday, 2 on Thursday. You know, morning's full pads, evening might be shells, and you do 7-on-7 and mostly passing stuff, right? Do the same thing on Thursday. Friday, you practice with yourself. You just practice your own team, right? And then you play on Saturday. So you were there for a whole week. It wasn't just This is just one practice. So I don't know if it carries as much weight because, even last year when they did 2 practices, one of the things you wanted to see was, let me see if my team responds and we can get our butts whooped, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the things you were looking at. That's a lesson learned too. How are my guys going to respond? How are my guys going to fight back? And so just to have one practice and have it done, I think you're eliminating part of that competition aspect of it that, who's going to say I ain't going out like this.
Joe Dirte says, Jeff Hafley seems like a good dude who says the truth. It's football. Listen, he's all football. That's all it is. It's all the bells and whistles of the last regime are gone. I watched the 5-minute mic'd up this weekend of Jeff Hafley. I was sitting in the sun. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Jeff Hafley, and I'm gonna watch him mic'd up, and it was almost like the bit that I did with Mike McDaniel with the ums, except it was just Jeff Hafley, and all it was for 5 straight minutes was first of all, he's a very aggressive gum chewer, very aggressive on the gum chewing while the practice is going. Like, let's go rep, let's go rep.
Bubblicious?
Good rep. I don't know. Couldn't tell.
No, they do like Dentine or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know. I couldn't
they
say.
have the little packs.
But he is just football.
Right.
There's no sprinkles. It's just let's go rep. Let's go rep.
I mean, that's to be honest with you, that's all.
That's it.
That's all Denny really did.
That's all it was.
We never heard from Denny, unless when we did hear from Denny, it wasn't good.
Yeah, the only change up at the entire time was at the end. He gave like a little speech. Here's the end of his speech at the end of practice.
That's really good work, man. That's a long practice. It's hard. It's hot. I love the way the offense came out today. I loved it, man. Running the ball, physical, throwing the ball, catching the ball, making plays. Then the defense responds. Then it goes back and forth. We all got to come out like that, man. You got to come out locked in and be detailed right away. The other thing is, don't save anything. I feel like some guys are kind of waiting it out a little bit, see how they feel, see how long practice is going to be, and then they kind of take off at the end. Don't do that. Push yourself in practice right off the bat. Put it all out there, man. Some of you are. And then let your teammates pick you up and carry you or let someone else go in. But we got to jumpstart fast. You guys all understand what I'm saying? That's a hell of a day. Hell of a day. Appreciate the work, how tough this team's becoming. Let's watch the film and be more detailed.
Somebody said, what's the...
Hey, that listen.
Football.
This is all we wanted to know when we went out for camp.
Mm-hmm.
What periods do we have? We normally it got to the point where you knew. You did the heavy stuff in the morning, and then you come back with 7-on-7 and number mostly passing in the evening. And then we go, how many plays a team? How many plays a 9-on-7? So he is accurate in that we pacing ourselves. Because me and Robert be in the back saying, you get the first 3, I get the second 3. And we lead them last 4 to Robert and to Mo and Harold. He's like, bet. But then what happens as you go through practice, things change. Because if you having a bad day, the coach don't want to take you out. So then you got to get a feel for that. And then we'll look over and say, all right, let's just alternate. Let's just go every other play because the young guys ain't going to get no reps. So, yes, he's right. He's 100% accurate that some guys trying to come out here and feel their way around, just go all out. You ain't tricking me.
So you had
tricking me.
So you had a plan with Robert, but the practice wasn't going well, so the coach wasn't going to give you any breaks, so he was going to go to the young guys?
No. What happens is and if you have a veteran team, it works out pretty good in that you can determine how many reps you get if the practice is going okay, right? And then you can say, let the young guys get these last 2. If practice is going bad or practice isn't going or the defense is dominating that day, when the coach look in the huddle, he better see Leroy or Robert in the huddle. He don't want to see, oh, y'all gave up? Y'all quit? What, we not trying to win? Something along those lines. So you have to, as far as, when you hear coaches talk about competition, that is one of the key, the things right there is that, oh, no, I ain't giving up no reps. I want to see this through. I want to fight like hell to turn it around. So that's how it gets a little tricky with how practice, but Haf is right from this standpoint. You are 100% pacing yourself.
Is anybody allowed to just raise their hand and just be like, but coach, it's so hot?
Hey, and then Bill, if you ain't, imagine doing that and saying, no, we better take all the reps because practice not going. We need to finish strong. And then Bill do punitive run. Right. So now we used to have this 50-yard hill and he would say, run the hill. So now you pacing yourself because you don't know what type of punitive measures he going to take after practice.
I was in the Home Depot parking lot yesterday and I felt like, how does anybody practice football in this? Because just the walk from the car to the Home Depot entrance, it felt like I was on the sun.
You know what's crazy? Never even, you're just so used to it that you don't think of it that way. You really, I mean, and believe it or not, we had more 100-degree days up north than we ever had down here. So from that standpoint, I mean, let's think about it this way. Minnesota had somebody die because of heat.
I remember that. Corey Stringer.
That did not happen down here.
That's crazy.
Right? No matter as hot. But the thing is that.
Well, that kind of felt like a big, like that was, I mean, obviously a tragedy, but that felt like they kind of, like, was that because I don't remember what the Corey Stringer thing, was that a 2-a-day thing or that was just that they didn't hydrate? Because I remember
it was a little,
they came out with a whole thing.
A little bit of both, but the thing is that it happened like a couple of days before, and then he took the next day off or the next morning off. And then the coach went to him and said, I need you to go this evening because I guess practice wasn't going well. And that's kind of how, I have been, you have a lot of guys pushing you, and there's a fine line between pushing somebody to compete and pushing somebody through something that they can't comprehend themselves.
Yeah.
And what happened was it made the whole league and all sports just more aware of dehydration, right? Like you're trying to fight through it. Look, the honest truth, you go through these practices, and after like a couple of days, and you trying to do everything you can to keep your weight on, right? You're just not hungry. You're so dehydrated that you can't even eat, and you go out to practice and you're just fighting through it, seeing spots because you're so dehydrated. These things happen, right? You, to a certain extent, you have to go through it to know where your body is. So you have to learn how to rehydrate and what you need to do to take steps when you're going through it, right? And so, but yeah, it is excruciating. It's tough. Like the hardest thing to do, believe it or not, is think. You get dehydrated, you don't know what the play is, you don't know which way, and those are the things you got to fight through.
We'll take a break, get you caught up with your headlines here. More to come. We're back after this. FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. And we will get to our headlines. And those are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com as the Miami Marlins, they take 2 out of 3 from the LA Angels, and they beat them on Sunday 12-3. Griffin Conine had a pair of home runs for the Fish. They won on Saturday 7-0. Sandy Alcantara passes Ricky Nolasco as the franchise's all-time leader in innings pitched. So congratulations to Sandy on that. The Dolphins are back on the practice field today. Zach Sealer is not practicing today. No word if it's an injury or a vet day, but he's on the sidelines. He has been spotted by reporters. On the other front of injuries, Juju Brents isn't going to practice this week. Kicker Zane Gonzalez is week to week, and defensive end Cleland Farrell is going to miss multiple weeks, according to Jeff Hafley. So there's a look at that. Meanwhile, Ben Simmons.
You go and catch some more fish?
He's apparently in full comeback mode. He is medically cleared. He is going to go play for Team Australia, and according to reports, multiple teams interested in the NBA in bringing in Ben Simmons on a minimum deal. I cannot believe that. I don't believe that.
It's one of those things that when you see what his talent skill is, right? You think it can help you. But then when you put him on the court and realize now you're playing offense with 4 guys.
Yeah.
And then everybody comes to the same conclusion. Can't do it.
Nah, there's no because I think everyone's going to look at that and be like, "Hey, should you just like give it a whirl, if you have a minimum?" But it's just like, I don't see what the point is. He's not going to do anything for your team.
Everybody's
a professional. He's a professional fisherman. Like he already has a new sport profession.
All you want to do is, what's crazy? All you're going to do is give him more money to go fishing.
Right. Like I just don't see what the purpose of it is. Where he's sitting here, like, when's the last time when Ben Simmons was he an All-Star? 2019? 2019?
The fact that he's an All-Star and never had to shoot the ball is amazing.
Yeah. No, I mean, he was never a shooter, but like, it was even worse than the shooting. Because, like, look, there's guys who can't shoot. Giannis can't shoot. But at least Giannis isn't afraid to lay up the ball. Right. Like, that's how bad it got for him. It wasn't just the shooting. We knew he couldn't shoot. But, like, he became such a head case. He was passing up dunks.
Right.
That's how bad it got.
Right.
And so that's just going to go away?
Yeah.
I'd be skeptical of that.
I mean, I know. And like, I'm telling you, they all think they could, they all think they can work with it.
Feels like a Kings move.
Until they can't.
Until it's a Heat move.
I don't think the Heat are going to do it, dude.
So my question is, why? Like,
I know he works out down here, but I just don't think that. I just don't.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's Tobin, and here's how you think. If I say Ja, you say, "Oh, they could fix him." If I say Ben Simmons, you say, "Why are we bringing that in? They can't fix that."
Well, first of all, it's the years. You're talking about the years it's been since one guy was a good player and the other was a good player.
Ben Simmons is what, 32?
I don't know. I don't even know if he's 30.
Right.
He might not be 30.
I mean, he came in the league at 18, right? He might not be 30. He just turned 30 this summer.
Right. So what do you mean?
2 weeks ago.
What do you mean too old?
No, I'm not saying too old. I'm saying it's been too long since he's been a decent basketball player.
He wasn't a decent basketball player then. He was doing his thing.
No, but he was like, Ben Simmons was a good defender. He was a good facilitator. He was good in transition. I'm talking about like the best version of Ben Simmons.
Point guard off
was
the bench.
2021?
For the cheap, baby. For the cheap.
No, I don't want him for the cheap.
See, so there you have it. I just wanted to find out one player because guess what? If the Heat do it, they thinking they can do something more than you think they could do, right? And so many teams have fallen for, what is he, 6'10", facilitate,
He's a
play some
freak.
defense. How can he not help?
He's a freak. I understand. He looks.
Then you get with him, and you go, oh. But for the cheap, it don't cost you nothing. So why we can't use for the cheap with this?
Because it's a waste of time.
Really?
It's a waste of time.
Is it any more of a waste of time than bringing Ja down to?
Yeah, it's actually
Miami?
it's a much bigger waste of time. Like, what are you talking about? Of course, it's a much bigger waste of time. John got traded at least for stuff.
Yeah.
This guy's sitting here. He's going to try and dazzle us playing for Australia.
For the cheapskies.
You know,
Come on,
who does
Brady.
Australia even play?
Why does that not fall for this one?
I don't know. It just
don't
doesn't
cost
hit.
you nothing. But like for the cheaps. Listen.
Are you afraid that the Heat might go after Ben Simmons? And
No,
that's why
I
you
don't think
said-
they are.
Okay.
Really?
Because you wouldn't care if he's
They didn't
coming
go after
back. He's like,
Ja.
yeah, if he went to the Celtics, you would be making fun of this.
Yeah, but they didn't go after Ja because they used their salary to trade for Giannis. Like they
No,
didn't
I'm
have
just
anybody
saying
else.
before that. I'm talking about before.
Why? Yeah, but like Ja Morant and Ben Simmons are not really the same. Like see, you're sitting here and you're saying, well, one guy's had a lot of off-field issues or injury issues. I understand that this guy's also had a lot of mental issues with playing the game. Like he doesn't want to dunk, and he's 6'10".
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes, it is. It is.
So I don't
I'm-
think you can put that in the same category as Ja Morant.
All right. I don't think neither one of them can help you. And that's all I look at. I'm not necessarily looking at, Ja.
Didn't he like flake on a deal? Because I remember, didn't Jimmy Butler's agent try to like revive it because he was with Clutch, then he left Clutch, and then I think Jimmy's agent tried to like give him a whirl, and he like bailed on a minimum contract. And I think like then he was like, okay, then you're not. I think that's the type. And this is recent stuff. This isn't like the 4 years ago stuff. So now he's medically cleared. Nah, I think I'm gonna pass on that one.
That's unfortunate.
Why is Schmeathan so trustworthy of Ben Simmons? I'm very confused by this.
Because like his only benefit to this team is facilitating and playing defense.
Well,
that works.
you need a playmaker.
Right.
And that would make you definitely one of the greatest defensive teams I've on paper.
His back doesn't work, and he hasn't defended anybody in 7 years.
Has it been 7 years?
Except a grouper.
It hasn't been 7 years.
It's not been 7 years. Has it been 7 years?
Dude,
No,
he was an all-star in 2021.
When was the last
Okay,
season
that's 5 years
season
ago.
he played though?
Fine.
When was the last time he played? 2 years ago?
I would think
He
2 years ago.
played
for the
in
Nets, right?
24-25. He played 18 games for the Clippers.
Oh, he did play for the Clippers.
He averaged 2.9 points per game.
Well,
You
that's not
you
why
don't
you
want
have him.
him for points.
That's
You
not
want
why
him-
you have him. Stop throwing
Right.
stats in. That's not gonna matter.
Points doesn't matter?
No, not with him.
Okay.
Facilitating and defense.
Great. He gave you 3 assists.
He was coming off the bench.
And he wasn't
I
a point
can't
guard. They
this
didn't use
is-
him at
He
point
is.
guard.
Well, I mean,
This is an insane take by both of you guys.
no. Listen. You're ripping the man.
I'm not ripping him. These are the facts.
Leroy, is he not ripping the man?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
The
I'm
facts
just
for the
trying to
Chief.
figure-
Who cares? What are you doing with that 15 spot on the bench anyway? I'm
That-
using your line.
Yeah.
So if
Bradley
it doesn't
Beal.
work, whatevs. Didn't
Wait.
cost you nothing.
I'd rather go with Bradley Beal. If I'm gonna go
No,
with
my
if I'm gonna
God.
go with
Bradley
somebody,
Beal?
give me
Wait,
somebody who can get me some
His hip
buckets.
doesn't work.
His hip don't.
We
work.
don't know that it doesn't work.
By the way, congratulations
what?
to him. He just had a.
We don't know that his hip doesn't work.
he's
His
had
hip doesn't work with all the other stuff. Add that to all the other stuff he's
So you're telling me, right? You trust Ben Simmons? You take a flyer on Ben Simmons over Bradley Beal?
Yes.
You're crazy.
At least Ben Simmons will play. He may suck, but he'll play.
He doesn't play. He literally he sat out a year completely out of holdout.
Physically, he could play.
He can physically play.
Nah, physically, he
Mentally, he might not be able to play.
Nah, it might be physically and mentally with Ben Simmons.
Leroy, he was on most dangerous catch this past year.
Better than
Wait,
deadliest catch.
But you
It's better
much
than
rather
that.
you
Is that
might
the show?
you much
It's not most dangerous
Yeah, I
catch?
think it's the dangerous.
Oh,
I think
my
it's the
bad.
most deadliest. But
most dangerous catch. Most dangerous catch would be Bradley Beal because you signing him and you know he ain't gonna play.
-1.
Most dangerous catch and shoot.
I
That's
can't
Ben
even
Simmons.
remember the last time I saw Bradley Beal play basketball.
Bradley Beal will not pass up on a shot like Ben Simmons did right under the basket.
That's crazy.
So you have that. But I would say if Ben Simmons was moving like he did before as a defensive player, you put Ben Simmons, Bam, and Giannis, you're not scoring any. And Wiggins, you're not scoring.
The
And
only thing
Davion,
he's
you're
gonna
not
be
scoring.
the only thing he's gonna be scoring is reward points with the chiropractor because he's been having back issues since the time he was 25 years old. Like, what are we talking about here? This is like when we tried to make Greg Oden a thing. It's like, oh, remember, like, and you saw those knees. You're just like, oh, that's why that's not going to work. Yeah, I'm sure he feels great. He's been out trying to catch snapper. How's he going to be on a back-to-back trying to guard LeBron James?
Another old person. He might be able.
And yet, a better back than a 30-year-old. Armando says, Ben Simmons, Bradley Beal, samesies. This is crazy.
Yeah, on risk and versus reward.
Yeah. Well, but here's the deal. At least we ain't gonna have a problem with the basketball if Ben Simmons is playing. Bradley Beal might say, "Ooh, this is my comeuppance. I'm gonna shoot." Then what? And he ain't gonna play. How much defense is Bradley Beal gonna play?
Oh, he's not a good defender.
Let me help you out. 0.
He may be fit out for the Matador outfit.
Right.
He may be the next one.
The next
to be-
Olay twin. Yeah, there you go.
Throw him some roses.
Yeah. So, who's more likely to actually help the team? Ben Simmons.
Are you crazy?
Joe Dirt,
Listen to yourself.
Joe Dirt said Bradley Beal played 6 out of 82 games last season.
Understood. But what did he play the game? Did he play the year before then?
He didn't play that many games. The year
Play more than Ben Simmons?
Well, because Ben Simmons is not in the league.
Because he's a fisherman.
I trust Ben Simmons and his fish more than I trust Bradley Beal.
This is
Because
insane.
wait. You're talking about you rather have
Insane
Brad.
behavior
Here,
from you.
just because Bradley Beal was on the team, when was the last time he played more than 50 games?
Man, that's a good question.
Yeah. Okay, go.
That's a good question. I'm gonna say 3 years ago.
So they're
Let's take a
saying
look.
I'm just guessing.
I'm
now.
gonna take a look.
I'm just guessing. It might have been a while. He's not very durable. He played 53 games in Phoenix 2 years ago, but that's kind of been his threshold.
So let's look at Bradley Beal. He's
17 points though.
He's only played 82 games in his career 2 times. Okay.
right before he got extensions, I bet.
Could be. So he played 73 his rookie year, 63 second, 55 third, 77 fourth, 82 in his 5th and 6th season, 57 games 6th season, 60 games his 7th season, 40 games his 8th season, 50 games his 9th season, 53 games his 10th season, 53 games his 11th season, 6 games his 12th season. It's not been looking good from one
Wait,
Mr. Bradley
Okay,
Beal.
but
Are
but
you
compare
serious?
that. Okay, hold on. Not great. Let's go to Ben Simmons' last
you
few
didn't even
seasons.
pull up Brad. He pulled up Ben
No, I have them
Simmons.
both.
No, he got them both.
All right, go.
All right, 24-25, he played 51 combined between Brooklyn and the Clippers. I don't even remember him as a Clipper.
Yeah,
I don't recall him
I
as a
don't
Clipper.
remember as a Clipper, but I
The
guess
year
it
before that in Brooklyn, he played 15. The year
Okay.
before that, he played 42, and the year before that it just says did not play, holdout/back injury. What the hell does that mean?
Well, I mean, he wanted to get paid.
Somebody
without playing.
said, Dave South said, Ben Simmons has a better shot with the Heat than Leroy does catching a lobster. Dude, I'm going to tell you what. Look, Y'all playing.
You should
We
not
were
catch
gonna
a
go
lobster.
catch him a lobster.
I'm not advocating for Ben Simmons. I'm just saying if you're choosing between Ben Simmons and Bradley Beal,
Is this the saddest part of summer?
yeah, it's right now.
Can I
This
just
is
get
the
the
saddest
schedule
part of
out?
our
Yeah,
summer.
yeah.
We're
Is this
fighting
the-
over.
Yeah.
We're having an argument over Ben Simmons and
a broke hip
Bradley
and a
Beal.
broke back? Oh my God!
Hey, but that broke hip comes with 17 other injuries before it got to the hip.
Yeah, but
That's
Ben,
that's like going to the bunny ranch. You know what I'm saying? And there's only two options left for you, and
Yep.
one with a broke back and the one with a broke hip.
I think I'd rather like spin the block on Hassan Whiteside again than I would Ben Simmons.
Oh no.
I think I would. Like I'm really like it seems pointless. It seems pointless.
Well, you guys have no playmaker and another person to get you buckets, to get you points. So,
And he's not. So you bring in him?
or Bradley Beal, I'm just saying, or go Debo.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't think Debo. See, here's the thing. I don't think that DeMar DeRozan is cool with coming off the bench. He hasn't come off the bench since he was a rookie, and I
Well,
don't think.
yeah, like part of the problem is that I don't think he's terrible at shooting the three, but he's not the type of 3-point shooter this team needs.
Yeah,
and-
a respected 3-point shooter.
Right,
a feared
right,
3-point
right.
shooter.
A feared 3-point, because they'll still back off of him. So you can't have so look, you got, say if you have Giannis and Bam, right? And then you take and put somebody like him out there, DeMar DeRozan, they're just gonna sag off of him and
Yeah.
clog the paint. And you're not helping Giannis or Bam at all.
No.
So that's kind of the problem with that. The reason why I can understand maybe you kick the tires on
He's not a 3-point shooter. Like he doesn't even try
Right.
shooting the three. Like I'm looking at it
the
right
reason
now.
why
Like,
I would
you
think
can look at
about
his
him-
you can look at his percentages, which also aren't good, but he shoots it like twice a game. He doesn't even get
Right.
up threes. It's not his game.
Even if you look at Bradley Beal, I don't know why we think like I don't know him as a 3-point. I barely know him as a
He can
basketball
shoot.
player.
Nah, he can shoot.
No,
He
just-
can
he's
shoot?
one of the
He-
best 3-point shooters.
He's just
man.
porcelain. He can shoot though.
All right,
Shoot it.
like I
But
think
Ben
I
Simmons,
still
he's a
have a
fisherman.
better chance of having Ben Simmons on the field than Bradley Beal.
You don't have him on the field because they're going to look for him and say, "Hey, where's Ben Simmons? Is he at practice?" Nah, coach, he's out in Biscayne Bay right now.
No, and they're
The-
gonna
the-
say, "Where's
the
Bradley Beal?
Titans-
He's still nursing that hip."
Like I
That
said,
was
it's
2
the
years
saddest part
ago.
of summer.
This is sad, the fact that you guys are the Heat are looking at like guys past 35.
It is sad, and the thing that's a waste of time about it is like Spo's not going to play them anyway because he's gonna make Ryan Conwell play a ton of minutes, and we'll be like, "Oh my God, they did it again."
Now he's gonna play one of those vets if it's like Debo.
That's why I think that. But I think the thing is it doesn't work basketball wise because of the spacing. I think they're a little apprehensive too. Like, well, what happens if we have to bench him? That's what I think the problem is.
So that's why the
The problem is,
move
out of
for
respect
Clay.
for DeMar DeRozan, you don't sign him.
right.
Not
So then-
because you don't like him, but because if it doesn't fit, you sitting a guy that's respected. Just
Yeah.
And the same thing would happen for Russell Westbrook.
Mhm.
Another name.
Correct.
mentioned. So that's why you're going. I guess the
Ben
move is to
Simmons,
go
it wouldn't matter, because he'd be like, okay,
Okay, coach.
you go
So the
sit
move
where
is
I've
Clay.
been sitting for the last 5 years.
So the move is Clay then.
Let's get a quick weather update brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Hurricane season is here. Make sure your roof and windows are ready. Call 954-968-8155 for a free estimate. And it is currently right now 89 degrees. Got a heat
Jeez.
advisory, a high of 93 today. No rain in sight right now down here in Miami. So 73% humidity. We'll take a break. More to come. We're back after this.
The Tobin and Lee
WQAM. Odyssey and our sister station, Kiss Country, presents Stars and Strings this November at Hard Rock Live at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, featuring Lee Bryce, Kane Brown, Brantley Gilbert, Brandon Lake, and Steven Wilson Jr. That guy's got a good voice. If you guys want to win tickets, we got your chance right here to win tickets. Text the word STARS to 20357. STARS. STARS. Text that to 20357, and you are entered. For more information, go to WQAM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. Schmeathan says, you should have to hop around in a kangaroo outfit again if the Heat sign Ben Simmons. No, I'm not going to do that. I've already done it once. I've paid my debt where I had to hop around in a kangaroo outfit because I lost a bet with an Australian member of parliament. I was sticking up for Goran Dragic, something that I continue to have to do because of bums like Mark Hochman, all right, who flap their gums a little bit too much. So, no, I'm not going to put that on the line again because, listen, they are at the end of the roster. We are at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to these signings. It feels like, they're still waiting on the Clay thing. It feels like that's the number one thing, and then everything else will kind of shake out with the way that it works. And then, Spo will play none of them because he's going to play Drew Smith, Pella Larson, and Ryan Conwell. So it doesn't matter. Like, that's the way that he rolls. Spo's going to be like, those plans you thought you had, no, that's not the way that I'm going to go with these guys. So,
hey, how do I get how do I get inside these Miami runs that I see videos of?
What do you mean?
There's some good Miami runs, like these professional players.
Like at the Pro League?
Yeah.
I think you can just go. I think it's at Miami High.
Davion, the Thompson twins.
Oh, those are at UM.
Kate Cunningham.
Yeah, I saw those. Those were at UM.
Cameron Boozer.
Yep.
Who's
Because
the
everybody
kid?
wants to train down here. Even Ant-Man's trained down here, but they all went to France now. They have to go. They're linking up with Rudy Gobert over there.
Oh, Rudy sent them over there?
But Ant's been working out down here, too. Everybody's working out down here.
I've seen Ant and LaMelo working out. But, yeah, I just saw that they were having a good run out there in
at the Canes place.
Yeah,
yep.
at the Canes place.
Yeah. Got to be great for Jay Lucas. He goes, hey, anybody want to come down here for school? Trey Donaldson's out here. And
yes, it was Trey Donaldson who was playing with them, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That guy's got that. He's got Miami Heat all over him too.
Davion is just a ball. He just loves ball. Like he just came back. From
He's
Europe,
obsessed.
and
He's obsessed.
He was,
and he's gotten in insane shape too. Like it's he's lost a ton of weight apparently. He's put in a ton of work, and there's a ton of pressure on him too. Because if something does go awry, everyone's gonna be looking at him as the guy to replace. Like that's gonna be the thing, If the Giannis and Bam thing, if the first season doesn't get off the ground like everybody's expecting, everyone's gonna be looking at Davion Mitchell, be like, well, he's the guy we got to replace, and he's just gonna be sitting, and it's and I think there's probably part of him that knows that because he's always been a gym rat, but he certainly looks like he's put even more for this summer. Insane shape he's got himself into.
I think a lot of that is comfort. Being somewhere you enjoy being and you want to stay, and it motivates you to have this role.
Mm-hmm.
Like the role that he has, like being here will get him somewhere, right? And I think that's the important thing.
Yeah, I think there's definitely part of that. He wants to solidify and get himself. It's the last year of his contract. And he's on a pretty good deal right now, but I think that he'd like to get a big fat payday after this season. And if you show that you're a big part of a contender, like that's how you do it. That's usually what'll get you some money.
Right.
Speaking of Tyler Herro, this past week he spoke to the media in Milwaukee and says that he has the biggest chip on his shoulder he's ever had.
Yeah, but
chip on my shoulder.
Here, I'll play the sound here for you, Leroy.
Okay. Let's go.
I probably have the biggest chip on my shoulder I've had in my career. Coming to Milwaukee, we've been through a lot, and I think just being able to come here with a new slate, brand new, team, brand new organization, brand new coaching staff, like I've said before. We all have chips on our shoulder. Coach Jenkins himself has a chip on his shoulder. The guys who came in the trade with me, like it's not just about me. I think everyone on the team has a chip. Obviously, there's going to be people who probably don't think we're going to win many games, but you know that's the opposite of what we're thinking. We want to win as many games as possible and really set a culture from day one.
Dade
Okay.
South says,
No.
Go ahead.
No. It's funny. Milwaukee gets the chip on his shoulder. We got the chip on his damn ankle.
bone chip.
Yeah. Listen. It's funny. Here's the thing that amazes me about people. He's going to go to Milwaukee with a chip on his shoulder. Nobody ever questioned his ability to play basketball. It was just his unavailability.
Yeah.
And so he's making it sound like we just dissed him and dismissed him like he wasn't good enough. Ain't nobody ever questioned how good he was. Now it's unfortunate. But I ain't going to sit here and make it sound like, oh, y'all thought we were scrubs. Y'all thought we was nothing. We got a chip on our shoulder. Yeah, good. Okay. If you play more than 60 games, you're going to look great because you never played that down here. So stop with that.
Yeah, there's really nothing to have. Like, you got traded. It's not like you got traded for a bag of donuts. You know, you got traded for Giannis.
Does that matter?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
To a
everybody.
player, yeah, you get traded for a good player, a great player. But what happens in the end, as an athlete, you look at that, regardless of what the reasons are, as, oh, they didn't want me.
Understood. I get it.
what I'm
Everybody
saying?
likes to play. Everybody likes to play the card, the motivational card.
Yeah, doesn't
But-
every athlete do that though? But like you're an athlete. Come on.
That's what
Does
I'm
it-
telling you. That's why I'm telling you. I knew exactly why the Ravens got rid of me. It didn't yeah, okay.
Right.
Whatever.
And then anytime you went against the Ravens, it motivated you to
yeah.
look at that. So
Yeah.
so don't get mad at Tyler for saying that.
I'm not getting here.
Not mad, but
Glad.
like, you know what I'm saying?
The whole thing, I'm not even upset with anything that he's saying because, like I told you, I felt that way too. But it's almost like he's making it sound like he is unaware of why we got here. We got here because he never played basketball for whatever reason, right? It wasn't because of his ability. Nobody ever questioned his ability. The fact is this team needed to depend on that ability, and it was never available. So
Dade
they got an
South-
opportunity to move on from it.
Dade South says the phrase "a chip on your shoulder" comes from a 19th century American custom where pugnacious boys and men would place wood chip on their shoulder and dare anyone to knock it off as a direct invitation to a fist
So wait
fight.
a minute.
Why can't you just
say,
ask
can
a
we
brother
just
if
fight?
you want to fight?
Yeah, like what I gotta
Like,
do?
we
go
got
to-
to do props.
Is that like the redneck version of
That's
slapping
so-
somebody with a glove?
That's such an intangible move right there.
Yes.
If you know what I'm saying, just say, hey, let's step outside.
So-
That's it.
Because the French, they take the glove off, smack you with the glove. That means we're going to a duel.
Sacre bleu.
But Billy Bob puts a wood chip on his shoulder and goes, "That's right. Who wants some?" Like, is that?
Really? Bubba, I reckon you done had too much shine. Now you putting a chip on your shoulder.
That's it.
I ought to come over there and knock it off.
Well, I didn't want to be a perfectly good chip that you could eat, so I put a wood chip up there so we can
Dude,
get after it.
But I think, and I've said this from the beginning, Vlad, this is the thing that pissed me off with the Tyler Herro situation, right? He like making it sound like somebody didn't want him and making it sound like, he's setting the parameters of his change of team, and that's not accurate.
Well, he's probably looking at it that he didn't get paid by Miami, the team.
He
that
shouldn't
drafted
have.
him, and then he got traded. So that's how he's feeling like he's not wanted.
Okay, but guess what? The reasons matter. The reasons matter. And for you to not even acknowledge the reasons as to why, and then you go out there and talk about another player who, when you're not playing, all of the burden fell on him, right? Like, yeah, you need to be more aware. You could be upset. You can feel however you feel. But the reasons as to why you're in Milwaukee right now have more to do with your unavailability than your talent. That is a fact.
schedule comes out tomorrow. You think all the Heat and
Oh,
Bucks
really?
games are on?
Oh, really? It was announced?
At least part of the games are getting announced tomorrow. I don't know when I think the whole schedule is Wednesday, but I believe they
Okay.
start leaking tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Good Morning America has like a big thing. They're like advertising.
Yeah, isn't like the 76ers like every day?
Probably.
Jeez.
Probably. But I mean the Heat Bucks series. I mean I want to see every one of those games. It will be fun.
It's got to be one of.
I want
It might
as
be
soon as
home
that
opener
game
for the
start. Soon as that game start, I want Bam to go in front of Tyler and slap his hands on the ground.
It might be the first game of the season at home for the Heat. It might be a Friday night.
Slapgate. That's what they gonna
Miami.
call it. Slapgate.
7:30 p.m. on Prime.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Because you'll have DWade. DWade might announce the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
UD's
Keep talking.
You think UD plays politician on the broadcast? He likes to keep it down the middle.
Is he on the Prime or is he on the NBC?
He's the studio team.
Him,
Dirk.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, that's perfect. Exactly, because what's his name? Draymond Green called out UD about this situation. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? If I was the NBA, Miami, Milwaukee, in Miami, Miami's home opener, first game, and then I have like Golden State versus
Put him against anybody.
San Antonio. Perfect. Then you could have Rudy Gobert and Draymond go at it and have UD.
Different French guy.
Huh?
They have Wembanyama.
I mean Wembanyama. I'm sorry. Wembanyama. They all the same. Sacre bleu.
Hey, before the season.
Rudy's on that Laramie Tunsil of basketball. All the picks he getting.
Yep. Before the season even kicks off, everyone's making prediction. Who wins the division? Who makes the playoffs? Who's lifted the trophy at season ends? On Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform, you could trade those predictions in a live market. Now, everybody thinks that Miami's not going to be very good this year, that the rebuild is on. But you never know who can surprise and make the playoffs. They're currently trading at 9% to make the postseason. So a $100 trade pays off at over $1,000. You could also bet. You could also trade win totals. So if you think Miami can just have a winning season, 9 wins is trading at 14%. So a $100 trade gets you $586. On Kalshi, you're trading against your peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probabilities change, you can buy in and out of your position. You download the Kalshi app, use my code Tobin to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI Kalshi, trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory. Game balls and game bums is next. in just a second on Tobin and Leroy as the Miami Dolphins have wrapped up another day of practice, which means stock watch is going to be here soon.
Up
dude.
and down.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I just read a tweet. This was exciting because this is football. All right, you want to talk about camp? It's been a little too lovey-dovey for my liking, but apparently,
Fights.
things got chippy today between Patrick Paul and Chop Robinson. That's
That's
football.
You know what, Chop? Finally, you can't get thrown down like a little child in training camp and not respond. You have to respond. He's pointing at you, calling you a little man. Your name is Chop. You better chop down that big tree.
Well, his name need to be Grab. Grab Robinson.
I don't know about that.
That's a terrible nickname.
It's terrible. So it's Chop because he still ain't getting no damn.
Oh wow, man, Leroy.
Patrick Paul and Chop Robinson had to be separated the next time they faced off after one rep when Chop bull rushed Patrick Paul, according to David Furones.
And then when he got manhandled?
I don't know.
Yeah, he got manhandled by Patrick Paul. Haven't you noticed? He's a giant. Haven't you noticed in camp that
where'd he go?
I don't know. Something happened. So,
Oh, that was crazy. But haven't I noticed what?
That all the good stuff you hear with Chop Robinson is when he's not going against Patrick Paul.
No, Patrick Paul's he's a monster. He is a monster. He is a monster. So
It's a giant.
It's good to see. It's good to see that they're trying to get better with one another. That it's trying to build up that matchup. But yeah, did he get thrown down this weekend at the stadium practice?
Every time I hear he's always being thrown down by Patrick Paul. It's like Patrick Paul is playing like a man in his third year that's trying to get a 9-figure contract.
He's going to make a lot of money if he has a good season. That's for sure.
Right. So the fact is, when you're hearing that there was finally a fisticuff or, a little fracas, as they like to say, at camp, and you hear the two participants, you're like, fine. Like, Chop. I would be upset too if I'm getting manhandled in training camp by this guy.
He's supposedly had a pretty decent camp. Everybody talks about the weight that he's put on, but he's got a ton of pressure on him this year. Like there's definitely a lot because you're really looking at the rest of the team, and you're like, hey, who the hell's getting after the quarterback? They don't have a guy. I mean, like obviously Zach Sealer's very good at it from the interior, but they need somebody. They need somebody that keeps you up at night. And he just wasn't that last year. So hopefully this is a different year. And look, Patrick Paul's a moose. There's not too many guys just physically bigger you're going to go up against every single day. That's how big Patrick Paul is. And then he's got another monster right next to him in Caden Proctor. So the hope is that side of the line is just an absolute wall. But yeah, man, it's good to see that this will get these guys a little bit better and that they're getting a wee chippy at each other. Everything cool, dude?
I looked out the window right here, and Dre was on the other side of the fence.
Oh no!
Yeah, he jumped the gate.
He jumped it? He's very big.
Yeah.
What was he going after?
Iguana or something.
Yeah.
Lizard. Anything.
You should rent him to Giannis.
Yeah, you scared him.
Let's get
I had to make it happen.
Let's get to our game balls and game bums from the weekend. Boom, 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 boom. What do you got for us, Leroy?
So my game ball's gonna go to the Marlins for responding. It was actually, pretty cool. It's one thing to say what you should do. It's another thing to go out there and actually make it happen. The bats came alive. I think guys were just hitting it to where they weren't a lot more the last two games than they were the first game because they weren't really striking out. They were hitting the ball just right to people. It was a nice, response after losing the first game. They won the next two. So hopefully they can keep it going and go on a run. And I'm a firm believer it doesn't matter who they play. They've gotten swept by teams they're supposed to be better than, and they've swept teams that they are clearly they're not better than. So it's just a matter of how they play, and so I'm interested to see if they go on a little run here. My game bump, Tyler, shut it.
Wow.
Enough.
Bum.
Like, again, like, he talking like we did something wrong to him. He should be apologizing. He should be like, it's unfortunate I couldn't play as much as I wanted to or whatever, and that I demanded an extension with only playing 30 games. Yeah. So I'm just listen, I'm all for guys getting their money. I'm all for guys having a chip on their shoulder. But keep it real. You ain't a Heat player because of your talent. You're not a Heat player anymore because of your inavailability. That's why. Deal with it. Move on.
I love how in sports,
And also just the salary match, too.
we just turn on people.
I didn't turn on him.
Well, I mean, you didn't.
I
turn
felt
on
the
him.
same way about Tyler. He's a good player that never plays. We've
guess
all
not.
said that for the last 2 or 3 years.
Not you, Leroy, per se. But it's Mike McDaniel's getting slandered last week from Tobin
Deserved.
after 3 years of he's a genius, and then all of a sudden he's a bum.
Wasn't 3 years of genius. He gave us 2 years of genius, and then, we're like, you know what the genius was? He had the most unstoppable player in the league. That's what it was.
And then now look at you now, Tyler, boy wonder.
Well, Tobin gets all in real quick. So
And then boom.
Yeah. You know what I'd like to, you want a brochure? Welcome to sports, dude.
no, you can't do that.
No,
That's
just like welcome to sports. Oh, yeah, congratulations. When you play for the team, we'll cover your flaws. When you're not, then you're a bum.
No, that's what I love. That's what I'm saying. This is what I love about, because a lot of this was told to you guys before. He's like, no, this is not going to happen. And then it happens, and then look at you now. Leroy, get back closer to this.
Yeah, you're leaning too far, dude.
Yeah. You look like Cleveland.
I think the armor's wearing you down. Weighing you down.
Dude, I'm so tired of wearing this. I can't sleep. I can't look at this.
Leroy
Can't
looks
get
like
comfortable.
Cleveland.
It's the worst. And then when I take it off to take a shower, I'm nervous because they say don't move it a certain way, and I'm scared if I can't even reach. Last night I had a scratch on behind my left shoulder. Guess where I can't reach?
Oh, what happened?
I'm walking it like a dog up against the wall.
You like a bear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Scratch
Wait,
the back.
that's not even the worst part. So periodically I still do things. So like I'm eating. I was eating and I had some, by the way, y'all want a little tip? Fridays at Fresh Market, $5 wings. $5 for a pound of wings. And they only do roasted wings. Delicious. Make a killing over there. So anyway, I'm eating wings, and then I grab my drink with my right hand, and I'm like, I can't.
Wait a minute.
Right? So I keep forgetting because I can grab with my hand that I can't use it because I can't reach nothing.
What do you want? You want like a long crazy straw or something like that?
No, I just got to grab it with my left.
Dude,
But it
can
was
you
like
please reenact how you tried to drink
look
on Friday?
You know how you how
Don't
you
lean close to the left. Get centered.
You know how you get a little plan, right? When you're eating and the eating's good, and
Sure.
you're like, okay, got it. Wing, hand, dip, wing. And I'm like, okay, drink. So I'm in the other room cussing. I said, what are you doing over there? I say, I can't reach my drink. It's like,
I feel so bad for him.
or like the other day I was getting getting one of those little bun cakes, and I
those
grabbed
are
it with
good.
my right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm like, what are we doing? But I just do it because I'm so used to it, right? I'm like, come on.
Well, we'll take a break here in just a second. But first, Want to let you guys know, all right, even though Leroy's basically limited to hoodies right now because of his arm, for those who don't have to have special wardrobe, you want it taken care of, all right? And for the best dry cleaning in South Florida, use our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. The owners are, that's our guy. You could call or text him anytime at 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. 40-plus years, family-owned and run, Leroy.
That is right. They have service all over South Florida, Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches. And guess what? Just for us, because, ours a friend of ours. I've been over there a couple of times now since my doctor's right across the street.
Yep.
25% off. If you mention
Tobin
Tobin and Leroy, you will get 25% off. Look, kids are back to school, but there's still time. If you're in Dade, you got another few days. Go get it fixed real quick. Mama can fix you up real nice and get you ready to go. Guess what? You know what else I know, Tobin?
What's that, dude?
If you go to A&T Dry Cleaners, you're not going to go anywhere else, and you're not going to do your own clothes.
That's why you want to call them up today, 954-610-9383, A&T Dry Cleaners, and tell them Tobin and Leroy sent you.
Call
And we take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Leroy, give us another weather update, please. Brought to us by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Have a leaky roof? Take action now. Get your free estimate today. Call them at 954-968-8155.
Winds have picked up. It's more than, looks like it's gusting a little over 15 plus miles an hour. Coming out of the east, southeast. It's less cloudier than it was this morning, but it'll probably cloud up over me later on in the day with them clouds blowing off the ocean. And expect a shower at some point in the evening. If it hasn't already rained out east, it's coming west because that's normally how it does.
Get to our headlines. Those are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Dolphins have wrapped up another day of practice. They're going to head to, I think Virginia, I think is where they practice.
Yes.
And then they will take on the Washington Commanders later on this week for the first preseason game. If you guys missed it this morning, Jon-Eric Sullivan, Sully.
Happy birthday.
Big 5-0 for Sully
Big
today.
5-0.
50. He turned 50.
He was asked by Joe Rose. Now, I got very excited on Friday because right before us, Joe Rose was saying he was getting the Goosies. And he goes, ho, ho.
And you know that's a lot for Big Head.
It is.
To get the
It
Goosies?
is. Yep.
Okay.
And Joe Rose was like, he goes, he tells Tyler, what do you see? You see over there? And you see, he's like looking at Chris Bell. He goes, whew. He goes, I think I'm moving him up on my calendar. And I love the fact that Joe Rose has a medical calendar. So,
Wait, time out.
Why do we do this? I'm not doing this.
Why, dude?
I'm not doing it because wait.
When did Joe Rose become John Uribe?
Can I ask you a question? Tobin?
What?
Our last experience with this same situation resulted in a guy looking not good.
Well,
it happened with two. Hold on. Happened with two. Why are you ready to just jump back in again?
I'll tell you why. All right. I normally want to be cautious, but
no, you don't.
Hold on.
Stop. Oh my God. Vlad, -1.
That is -1. Totally.
But just lying.
Because you said a word that you've never used.
Ben Simmons.
Wait a minute. You just said you cautious. You and caution?
Very cautious.
Never.
Dude.
-1.
Joe
for sass.
had Jon-Eric.
No. Do not put this on Joe. You just want to piggyback.
No, he had no. Joe Rose had, but Joe Rose did have Jon-Eric Sullivan.
So he had Jon-Eric Sullivan on. Jon-Eric Sullivan, he said some things about Chris Bell. Don't get mad at me because this is what the GM is saying.
Wait. The part you missed was.
Well, let me just play it. Let me just play it. You don't have to jump on the bit. All right, just hold on, and let's play it for the audience. Let the audience digest it. And then we'll spar on it.
Watching Chris Bell, either get me out of here before I watch him run, or because I watched him run the other day again out here. I know you're not a doctor either. But what a tease!
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how to say this to you, so I wasn't sure. How do I say? What do you say to everybody? We saw him. fans got to see him against Louisville and how good he was in that game. Running NFL routes. Big, strong dude. He looking better.
Yeah, Chris is, I will say he's ahead of schedule. I'm not here to put a timetable on it because I don't think it's fair to the kid.
Yeah.
He's working extremely hard. I can't say enough good things about Kyle Johnson and his staff and what they've done to get him to where he is today. We're excited about him. I think that goes without saying. He's got the good Lord made him differently than he made most. And that has helped him along in his rehab too. He's just a little bit of a freak that way. But he's working really hard, and we're expecting really good things from him. I don't want to put a timetable on it because I don't want to put pressure on the kid. When I think about Chris Bell, obviously we want him out there as soon as possible. But this is long-term, big picture thinking in terms of getting him back out there because we expect him to be a really good player for this offense for years to come. So I'd rather be a week too late than a week too early.
Yeah.
Wow. Very exciting. Woo-hoo! Why are you mad at me, man?
Because
A freak, dude.
hold on. Let me explain to you what we do in sports. Right? We take an injury, we give it a timeline, so forth and so on. Let me tell you what doctors do.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors diagnose. The first thing they tell you is this: don't know how bad it is until I get in there. So there's different levels to these injuries. While they're called the same thing and are required to have surgery, right? The timelines differ based on what they've seen once they come out of surgery. I'll give you a perfect example. I was supposed to be in this for 6 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
right?
You be
After
signed.
the surgery, the doc said, wasn't as much damage as I thought there was because of all the blood. I was able to, do this.
Mm.
So I only have to be in this in 4 weeks. I'm not
Science.
beating science.
It's
I'm
all
just
good
healing
science.
from something different than he originally thought.
Don't sell yourself short. It sounds like you're beating science.
What?
You're a science beater.
Sounds like
Leroy.
you and Chris Bell, samesies. Couple of freaks.
I'm not.
Who would have thought Giannis was the only freak we were going to have here? But we got Chris Bell. Ding, ding.
And Leroy.
Woo!
Leroy,
Wow.
You still could shoot.
How about that? The good Lord made him different. Not the bad Lord. The good Lord.
Bad Lord?
Isn't the bad Lord
not-
the devil?
I would think so.
That's probably the devil on Sully's shoulder being like, play him. Play him.
No, don't play him, Sully.
But that's
Don't.
where I'm getting at, Vlad.
He's ready.
That's where I'm getting at. What is the advantages of playing him too soon? What are the advantages of, if there's only 4 games left, playing him in those 4 games? What are the advantages? The only thing that could happen is something that sets him back.
Could be more.
So why risk it?
Catastrophic? Yeah.
Why risk it? We all have an idea of what this season could be. We hope not, but we have an idea, correct?
But what if we have new A.J. Brown?
Then we'll
Wait,
find
we have
out
new-
next year when the team.
You don't want new AJ Brown.
If we have new A.J. Brown, then that changes the equation.
Like,
So then,
Without the drama.
who's the Hassan Reddick of the situation?
I don't know.
so, like, I don't understand. I don't see, because, like, I bring this up all the time for this reason right here. When they drafted him, they said, we got a redshirt year with him. But he's a first-round talent. We got in the 3rd round.
Well, they didn't say red shirt. They just said they're getting a good value player, and they're going to do it for the best of his career long term. But if
His
he's a
career.
freak, yeah,
His
but if
career.
but if he's a freak, he's a freak.
So you bring him back when you're 4 and 8. Does
You don't
that
want-
no?
wait. Oh, no, okay. I agree with you, Leroy. But you don't want, if he is healthy to play.
I'm just saying you still err on the side of caution.
Of caution.
What
But if
I'm
he's
saying
healthy to
is
play,
why
play
he
him.
would come back. Because guess what? Tua came back. He was not healthy.
Tua wasn't a freak.
But
Injury
before
prone.
the draft, everybody said Tua was going to sit the whole year. So I want an organization that stays true to that.
Well, maybe did Tua beat science that first year?
Definitely.
No, he didn't beat science. He beat something. Wasn't science.
He didn't beat science.
Out there with a little leg and a big leg.
He was lopsided?
Yeah.
He had a weird gate.
Because he
that's
wasn't healthy.
That's what you guys were following at
Yeah,
the
we were stalking him.
Yeah, at the Super Bowl. I
So
remember that.
wasn't proud of us.
I'm like, here. Let's put it this way. If you're in week 12 or 13, right?
You're 4-7.
You do realize there is nothing but bad things that could happen.
What if he's ready by October?
Wait, no, hold on, Leroy. Hold on, Leroy.
Yes.
If you saying week 11, week 12, right? Say week 12, week 13. The last 5 games of the season.
Last 5 games.
If he's healthy to play, I would play him.
Even
though because he needs the reps, he's going to need the reps.
He's gonna need the reps. I agree with all that.
I agree with you on that part.
But there's gonna be a reason why you're 4 and whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it worth when what good can come out of it?
It sounds to me.
You want him for the next 5, 6, 7 years.
Sure.
5 games is not gonna matter.
But it sounds to me like he's healing at a pace where like they have to hold themselves back because of how good he looks. Like
yes,
they're very optimistic about this.
I get all that, but let me also say this. Watching somebody run does not mean they can play football.
And he's a physical player, though.
And
like that is that something that you have?
We need to get over that. Oh, I saw Chris Bell. He looked great. He was running. He wasn't playing football. He was doing track.
Freak, though, dude. He said he was a freak.
That was a wait. You know what?
It's pretty Goosies, dude.
You know what?
To be honest with you.
I will only listen to you if you show me the coach that said, nah, he's soft. He should be done by now. Have you ever heard that? Everybody's beating science in the head of schedule. Every single player that's had an injury.
Not like that. Not like the way he was saying.
Every player who's had an injury is ahead of schedule.
It wasn't what he said. It was the way he said it.
I mean, Jalen Phillips did beat Science, and he got $120 million after that.
After the second injury.
But he beat Science after that second injury. Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
And he got traded to Philadelphia.
But he was also a guy who came in with some injury problems, you know?
But, right. But even with all those injuries, it worked out for him. His skill set was that good that he just got a 4-year, $120 million contract.
Like what if, we have a situation here. Everybody's raving about Caleb Douglas. What if we have a 1-2 punch, a rookie 1-2 punch that no one's, everyone's sleeping on?
What, the new Duper and Clayton?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to oversell it like that, but I'm just saying it sounds very exciting.
Well, when you say something like, what if you got a 1-2 punch? The last time you had a 1-2 punch, this young.
Super young. Dude.
Drafted. Might have been Duper and Clayton. Because you signed Tyreek. You traded for Tyreek. So,
Right. Had to give up everything for him. He was good. And I'm saying, like, it's... And I'm seeing these Jacob Rodriguez tweets today. Everybody's saying he was able to get De'Von Achane for a tackle for loss. I was like, really?
If he was Cuban, it would be over. He would be the number 1 selling jersey.
I think wasn't he already like one of the top selling jerseys as it was for
rookies? I think so, but I'm thinking down here, man.
That mustache. Oh,
my God. He's got
glorious. It's so good looking.
I'm envious.
Hey.
Envious.
There's nothing.
That's why Leroy's growing that mustache.
Dude, yeah, you're looking like Cleveland.
Looking like Cleveland. No, I don't have the bottom part because I can't trim it.
Take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Miami Dolphins will start off preseason play on Friday against the Washington Commanders. Who the hell's their back? They still got Mariota over there? Who are we going to get loaded over there?
Let me check. I
quarterback?
don't think Mariota is their backup.
Is he anywhere, Marcus Mariota? Feels like he's still kicking around.
Hold on, let me find out for you guys.
Washington Commanders.
They got Jaden. No, Mariota's still there.
Still there.
Yeah, it's
All
Jaden
right.
Daniels, Mariota. I thought he had left. Sam Hartman, and some other guy that I can't pronounce his name right now.
Nah, don't worry about
He's some rookie that they had in training camp.
it. Yeah, he ain't going to make it.
Yeah.
He ain't going to make it. Mariota will still be there. Getting that all going. But it will be exciting. It will be exciting to see football back on the screen this Friday. And the Dolphins getting after it with a joint practice on Wednesday. We will see if anybody gets any action, if we will see any of Malik Willis this upcoming week. Apparently Malik Willis gave a little speech in front of everybody this week that he gathered them on Friday. Caden Proctor revealed that and said that he was getting everybody on the same page. This is what Malik Willis said was the purpose of his talk to the team.
I just wanted to talk to the offense and just have a man-to-man conversation. Like, we got to understand this is a business, and we got to take what we do personal. We got to take pride in it, and we got to do it to the best of our ability, regardless if we're calling plays to beat the defense or not. We're not calling plays to beat the defense. We're calling plays that we want to use throughout the year, and we're trying to get better at those plays. And whether we win the down or not, are we doing everything that we can do to execute the play call? Are we doing our job on the O-line? Are we doing our job at the receiver? Are you at the right depth, regardless if I have to check it down or it's a touchdown? Is everybody doing the right thing? That's what it's about, building confidence in those things. So when we get in those moments and we need them, we just revert to our training.
All right. Malik Willis getting everybody ready and raring to go for the season. That's good to see. Like a new guy coming in, and he's already got that veteran experience to feel like everyone's going to follow him.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, the cool thing is that right away you can tell that they listen to him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I think that's the most important thing. And one of the cool things is when your guy who has way more pressure than anybody else comes into a situation and all he's talking about is what we need to do and us and whatever, you feel a part of that. You feel partly responsible for the success. You feel partly responsible for the failure. And then you have to go, you go about work together. So I don't know how it's going to work out, but one of the things you have to start off with is this. If I'm on the field with you and you need to call me out or I need to call you out, we all in this together. We've established that. This ain't coming from a bad place, right? Mm-hmm. I think so many times in sports, people get offended or insulted by somebody else just trying to be successful on their team. And you start looking at, oh, you can say that because you got it like that, or you can. And I think Malik is just kind of breaking it down and saying, no, we all in the same boat.
Yeah, he's been an interesting too because he's been the guy brought in and then the organization kind of moved on from him. It's
right.
It's different from like grooming a rookie. Like he's still young, but he's already been through some pretty interesting trials in his career. So I feel like that can relate to a lot of players.
Yeah, and the other thing is also think about how jacked up his situation was in Tennessee. He was not supposed to be the guy. He was brought in to be developed, and all of a sudden he's the starter. So all that development went out the door because now you the starter.
You think that you think Malik Willis looks around and goes, Mike Vrabel did the puppy bit with me too.
I don't know. I just think I like the way, if you want to feel better about this team, feel better in the approach that everybody's taking, both players, coaches, organization to turn it around, right? No random promises, no teammates out there standing on the box talking about them. It's always about us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we all know on a football team, some guys are more important, right? But the success of the team relies on everybody. And I think when you go through this together, right, and they build it together, I think the starting point from that is going to be, that is going to make more of a difference than a lot of other things.
So exciting. I just got a notification. Dolphins camp. Patrick Paul versus Chop Robinson. Battle of the day. Plus stock up, stock down.
You're excited, aren't you?
Let's go, Perk.
Why do you go out of your way to make me as miserable as it?
Ready?
Sure.
Stock up from Chris Perkins, South Florida Sun Sentinel. Patrick Paul versus Chop Robinson battle. He writes, these guys have been going at it throughout camp in 1-on-1 and 11-on-11 matchups. Paul has won the majority of the matchups, but Robinson has made a strong comeback the last few practices. It's a 2-for-1 on stock up. They're both up. Both of them. That's like going to Publix. That's a BOGO. You know how great it is? Because nobody really gets the BOGOs usually on what they want. But when you get the BOGOs on what you love, that's what Perk just gave us. A 2-for on the stock up.
I like that. Those are supposed to be your focal points.
Yep.
D-line and O-line. So the fact that they're bringing the best out of each other, steel sharpens steel, I like that. I like the fact Chop got sick of it and went after Patrick Paul. And I like the fact that Patrick Paul is still saying, hey, little man.
He's so big.
He is so big. He is so big.
Hey, little man.
I
like your gumption, but enough.
Who's bigger, the Dolphins O-line or the Canes O-line?
From last year or
right now? They got bigger.
So, wait.
The Canes O-line got bigger.
Canes O-line, they lost the 6'8" guy, Bell, right? That was his name, I believe, Bell.
Yeah, but I think Cantwell's 6'9".
Cantwell's 6'9".
God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's hard for me to forget.
They don't really
They don't really get them
They don't
small.
really recruit. Imagine being 6'5" and Mark as well is like, yeah.
You got to play guard.
Not tall enough though, dude.
You might have to be a center.
The national player of the year is 6'8" monster. And they just bring them in and goes, yeah. He gets so excited. He's just like, he's so excited. He's like, yeah, trenches. Blue chip trenches.
Me.
Stock down, though. Stock down.
Oh, whose stock is down? So they both stock is up for the competition.
The whole battle for Perk is up.
That got Perk excited. I like that.
Yep. Stock down.
Who's down?
Backup edge rushers.
Oh, they got Patrick Paul.
Perk writes, on a day in which Uche didn't finish practice, Cleveland Farrell was sidelined. There was an opportunity for Cameron Good, Trey Moore, David Ojabo, Robert Beal Jr., Max Lewin, Mason Rieger, and Rodney
No name
McGraw.
with the last name Beal.
And no one took advantage. This position remains a major concern.
Can I just throw this?
No one took advantage, Leroy.
Can I just I love the way Perk makes it sound like you could just be good when you want to. Like, there's a reason why they backups and we haven't heard their name. They ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like you're making it sound like, oh, nobody took advantage of that Patrick Paul matchup. Yeah, you know why? Because it's Patrick Paul and I'm me. That's why. Like, but Vlad, like they're making it sound
That
like
should be his new nickname. Paul
all these guys got all the talent to be starters in the NFL. They just waiting for somebody to get hurt. And somebody got hurt and they weren't able to make the call. Yeah, because they're not as good as the other guys.
Yeah. You're right.
That's why they're there.
Although everybody does say, just give me an opportunity. You know, all I need is a
Until they
chance,
get the
coach.
opportunity.
All I need is a chance.
Oh no, you know what?
Hey, can I get a chance to get
knew
somebody
when
who's
I wasn't
not
playing.
Patrick Paul?
I knew when I wasn't playing. I knew I should have been playing. Like but I'm like, come on, dude. Like, we got to stop. We making it sound like all these guys are just itching to get their opportunity to go out there against Patrick Paul. There's a reason why you talk about the Patrick Paul and Chop Robinson matchup, because that's probably the only guy that's close enough to make it look like a contest. You ever thought of that?
But Hafley says he wants competition. So.
Yeah.
Hey,
they going to compete. You listen, competing is different than winning. Like, I knew a whole bunch of kids growing up that would compete their ass off. They sucked. But they compete their ass. Like, yeah, stop making it sound like just because you compete mean you winning.
Dade South says the Canes have 3 true freshmen that average 6'6", 330.
Yeah.
And still growing.
Jesus.
Still growing. So, yeah, let's not.
It's literally
when we hear stuff like that from Perk, it don't mean that the other guys sucked. It just means that they ain't there yet.
We don't even know if the starters are any good.
Right.
So, oh man. All right, we'll take a break. We'll hit the mixed bag coming up next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Want to let you guys know Odyssey and our sister station Kiss Country presents Stars and Strings this November at Hard Rock Live at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, featuring Lee Bryce, Kane Brown, Brantley Gilbert, Brandon Lake, and Steven Wilson Jr. We got a chance for you to win tickets to go to the show. Just text the word STARS to 20357. That's STARS, STARS, STARS to 20357, and you're entered. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you on this lovely Monday?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Pretty good. Any big weekend fodder this week? Did you do anything good?
Any birds harmed?
No, not really. It was a pretty weak.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it
but it's
the
okay.
weather?
No, I just didn't really have much to do. I mean, I did things, but nothing exciting.
Didn't go to the Jupiter Hammerheads like the iguanas like I did.
No, how was that?
It was fun.
You got Leroy a hat?
I did not get Leroy a hat, but I'm going again, so I will get Leroy a hat because I was too focused on having to get my son a baseball. Because
a foul ball or a baseball you
just
can purchase?
Just a ball. It didn't matter. I ended up getting one from the first baseman, but he was just running. There's no, it's a minor league game. There's nobody there. Okay,
So he's trying to chase the hits.
Yeah, I got us row two seats, $15 a piece. Like, it's minor league baseball, best bargain in town. But the thing is, they still have they now have the net, which goes all the way around, so it has to loop over for you to get the ball. And I'm like, the kid, like, he's gone for like half the game because he's like going and trying to chase it down the line. And I'm like, hey, and I'm trying to explain to him, like, hey, if it's a lefty up, you don't have to go running. He's not going to go to this side. We're on the first base side. He goes, oh, he could do it.
He sounds like you. He sounds like you.
Cannot do it. You only need to do this when right-handers are up. So finally, like, then the other part was, like, when they're doing the around the horn stuff, they're warming the guys up. I say, hey, just shout to the first baseman, and maybe he'll throw one over the net. And so, like, he threw it a couple of times. It never landed. And finally, the last one, boom, I was able to get it. And I was like, here you go. But he was pissed because he didn't catch it. I was like, really?
Oh, my goodness.
But it was a good
Dude,
time.
you know what? No matter how good.
He had the effort.
No matter how good the seats I've had, like when I had Indian seats, I was right behind home plate. That was cool.
Yep.
But I was always like, man, I can't catch no foul balls.
Yeah. Catching a foul ball is fun. But
I caught one in college and threw it back.
You did? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't know that you keep them in college.
Yeah.
Right? Like, high school they reuse the balls. But in college, so it's a small little same as high school park.
Well, they were all getting furious with the first baseman, Camacho, because when he wouldn't throw the ball, they're like, come on. And then the third baseman made some incredible plays. And we're like, come on, throw the ball in. And I think I bet they don't get to throw all the balls. It's the minor leagues. They probably gotta save some.
Right, like the pitcher waving and getting the new ball, and the up going, no, this is minor leagues, buddy. Rub it down.
And they just like leave it at the. I'm like, they still do that, huh?
Do they have a shot clock?
They do. No, they have pitch clock. They had ABS.
Oh, really?
They have everything. My
favorite is the little, like the two baggies, like the two baggies that the has. He's got a counter and two baggies full with baseballs.
All right, so the mixed bag.
They put the new balls.
Oh, okay.
Not
the mix. Yeah, new balls. Did you see that video I sent you over the weekend?
Of
with
what?
The kangaroo who wouldn't get off the course?
Oh my goodness. He was just lounging.
That? Come on, please move.
Yeah, he was very nice. And then he went and like poked, and the guy raised up, and he walked away. And he laid back down.
It's like, you
Dude,
never mind.
I remember the only time I remember like either being in, like, I've seen snakes on the golf course, but usually they hang right on the edge of the water.
Mm-hmm.
I was golfing with a backup quarterback,
Was his name Ryan Fitzpatrick?
No, at Western Hills. He came down to visit me from Cleveland, and he hit a ball to the left, and it was like the high grass right before the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kicking the grass around. He's kicking the grass around. He's kicking the grass around. Boom! Stepped on the snake. The snake raised up like this. So I just start running. He goes, "Why are you running?" I say, "Because he's gonna get to you before you get to me." I'm like, "Yeah."
So it was just trying.
And then I did like this to him. Think about it. That's why, dude, I just seen some videos, just intangibles doing intangible stuff. And I'm like, wow.
So the Hall of Fame inductions were this weekend. Adam Vinatieri, he went in.
He's the second kicker?
Yes.
Ray Guy is the first.
Morton Anderson.
Morton Anderson? Is Ray Guy not in the Hall of Fame?
Ray Guy is, but he's a punter, isn't he?
He's like everything. Punter.
Yeah,
kicker.
he did everything.
He did it all?
When the Dumb Saints drafted Russell Erkslaben in the first round because he was a kicker and a punter.
I'm not drafting you just for your name.
That name is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But that's why I remember it because we were the first time a kicker got drafted, like the 14th pick.
Well, Adam Vinatieri, he had some jokey jokes.
Thank you for demanding excellence every single day. Your preparation, discipline, and attention to detail shaped far more than my football career. Unfortunately, Bill couldn't make it here today. There's a lot going on at UNC right now. He may be on a recruiting trip right now looking for the next Lawrence Taylor. I thought it was because training camp had already started, but in truth, it's because he's judging his girlfriend's cheerleading competition. All jokes aside, in my opinion, Bill is the greatest coach of all time.
Wow.
Hey.
Kicker bringing the heat.
You think Bill's somewhere going, idiot kicker?
That's fine. Cut you.
Hey, I mean, but I will say this about Bill. There's certain people that can get away with it, like making fun of him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's certain people that you've seen your last days around him.
I just couldn't imagine being at an adult cheerleading competition, or just maybe it's a regular cheerleading competition. They just have an adult division, and being like, "Is that Bill Belichick?"
First of all, aren't the adult cheerleaders cheerleading for teams?
Yeah, I didn't know that they did that. Like normally,
me neither. I've never heard of that until now.
My daughter did. My daughter did competitive cheer, and typically the adults coached.
Right.
Like that's what they did.
That's what
I don't recall them being an adult division.
And usually, to be honest with you, the old cheerleaders, you would never guess they were cheerleaders.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Also from the Hall of Fame this weekend, Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Drew Breesy.
Give Leroy a little Goosies here. This is how much New Orleans means to Drew Brees.
New Orleans has been through a lot, to the point where in some cases the feeling was we may have lost everything. It may never come back the same. Storms teach us that our greatest treasures aren't the things that we own. They're the people we love and the way we show up for one another. It reminds us to hold our loved ones a little closer, to love a little harder, to laugh a little louder, and to never take a single day for granted. Sometimes it takes losing what can be replaced to truly appreciate the things that can't. New Orleans, you accepted me, you embraced me, you believed in me, but more importantly, you trusted me with the soul of the city, and I would have died to protect that calling.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like, I would say the Mannings and then Drew Brees. Maybe the younger generation would say Drew Brees and then the Mannings.
Drew Brees maybe not. I think Drew Brees is number one right now. I don't know.
You think? I mean, Arch was. But what I will say this, and There's one other guy that would have the same, and it's
Taysom Hill.
No, Bobby
Bobby
Hebert.
Hebert.
You know why? For one reason. My whole youth, the Saints never had a winning record.
Oof.
He was the quarterback when they had their first winning record, and everybody thought he was the greatest thing in the world. It wasn't because of him. It was because of that defense. And he didn't play much longer than that year. But that's why Bobby Hebert, when you name quarterbacks, you go Manning, then you say Bobby Hebert, Drew Brees. Those are only three guys that you even consider.
Have you do you recall the former Warriors guard Monta Ellis?
Yes.
Monta Ellis he went viral this weekend for a quote that he gave to ESPN, where he said that now remember Monta Ellis.
Oh boy, listen, I don't know what he said, but let me guess. If you would have given me the same circumstances as Steph Curry, I would have been Steph Curry.
That is the quote that he gave. You're good.
Dude, you know why? Because I know athletes, dude. I know athletes.
Quote, if you switched me and Steph out, the team would have won the championships. It'd be the same. Now, this made me very happy because Monta Ellis has done this bit before, and it was when he was a Milwaukee Buck back in 2012, and you'll remember, if you don't, here is one of my favorite sound bites of all time from former Warriors and Bucks guard Monta Ellis.
To be honest, I would put myself in the same category as DWade. I mean, at the end of the day, the only thing that he have that I don't have is, more wins than 2 championships. That's it.
Which is everything.
I mean, but as far as playing on the same level, competing every night, both ends, shoot inside, outside, fast break, transition, Monta Ellis have it all.
First of all, listen, you ain't good enough to speak about yourself in the third person. And
he was a bucket getter.
He was. I'm not. But come on, DWade.
I mean,
he was good. Yeah, he was that's the thing is he's a very talented player, but
you know what?
I already knew what was coming out of that man's mouth because he been doing this his whole career. This is nothing new, right? Like nobody loved them some Monta Ellis more than Monta Ellis. But yeah, you gotta listen. I used to tell people every year, I'm the best running back in the league. I feel that way every time a season starts until I see differently. Then I followed up by saying, I find out after week 2, but that's okay. For 2 weeks, I thought I was the best. I'm gonna keep it real, right? I'm not. But you know what? To be honest, there's a lot of people who thought that about Emmitt Smith and the Dallas Cowboys. How many times did you hear, if you put me behind that offensive line?
Yeah.
So there's people that believe that. There's people that believe that a lot of his success had to do with him playing behind one of the greatest offensive lines ever.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, Mario Chalmers thinks if he got the kick from Chris Bosh, he's nailing the shot. He was just.
Yes, you have to have that kind of, but you also, listen, you also have to be real.
And there's delusion.
Right. That's what I'm right. That's exactly put that.
Chris Bosh did the right thing by passing it to, at that time, the best 3-point shooter in NBA history.
This is
correct.
My favorite. I love all he has. That's my favorite part of the bit.
To be honest, I would put myself in the same category as DWade. I mean, at the end of the day, the only thing that he have that I don't have is, more wins than 2 championships.
Hey.
That's it.
You can't say 7 things to say the only thing he have that you mean the most important things in basketball? Championships?
DWade and the Big Three would go on to sweep Monta Ellis's Bucks, and then he would win his 3rd championship.
Oh my goodness. This what are we doing?
He did have a year where he averaged over 25.
But here's the problem. When you say stuff like this, you actually diminish your own career. Right? Because now we talking about this and how ridiculous this is. We ain't talking about how good of a player he actually was. So he done ruined his own thing.
Crazy.
Bucket getter.
I knew what he was going to say about Steph Curry because that's what he does. Right?
Oh, man. Finally, we talked about this earlier in the show. This was the Bills' new stadium is an atrocity. But here's their head coach, Joe
There's
Brady.
a guy looking for him in the corner. Hey, popcorn over here.
Cold
behind
beer.
Suite 203.
Cold beer.
Here's their head coach lying to everybody.
It's been incredible to see it kind of go up. The whole time I was just hoping that we're going to get to coach in it, right? And I know it sounds crazy, but that's how this profession kind of works. But I mean, every time you go in there, you notice something else. And I mean, it's incredible. And I think it's such a special place for everybody in this community, in the city. And I think it's going to be a stadium that people don't want to come play at. But it's important for us early to get a lot of exposure to it where we're not wowed by it when we walk in it, come regular season.
At least
if I may, why is this man talking about what people notice? You know what you didn't notice? That everybody can't see the game. You think you should notice that first? Like, actually put somebody in the seat and say, can you see? No, I can't see over there. And then that suite, the way that suite is, don't they look like they could just slide the suite back?
Yeah, it's like
it looks like a
RV.
cargo container.
There's going to be a section of Bills fans going, defense! We have the ball, you idiots!
They can't see. They don't even know.
Or they're going to be sitting at the stadium looking at the phone on their on their phone?
That's absolutely ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Welcome, everyone, to
billions. How much
Highmark
they spent for that stadium?
Over $2 billion. It's the most
$2
expensive.
billion and everybody can't see the game.
I think, other than SoFi, I think it's the most expensive stadium.
I know why they did that. So when Tony Romo sneaks in and does his own games by himself, because he's been suspended.
You just see him wandering.
You'll just see him wandering, and he'll be like, Jim, it's really hard for Josh Allen to throw the ball with all these obstructions, Jim.
So you see Tony Romo being so deprived of not getting to call Josh Allen games, he has to sneak in.
He's going to sneak in.
I just missed him.
My question is, what are they going to do with that? Because there's still seats above that.
I don't know.
They're not going to do anything. And there's people online that are defending everything here.
Well, of course, because they're
because you got seats that you can see.
It's crazy.
Buffalo fans will tell you, like, we
see everything. It's okay.
We love being in blizzards, and we love jumping through tables. We love being uncomfortable. Like, that's the Bills fan.
Because you are. That's why. Like, sometimes your circumstances or the conditions that you're in, like, guess what? The football player that'll say, I love the heat. I love the heat. No, the hell you don't. Okay?
Classic.
You just deal with it because you're always in it.
Yeah.
That's what Buffalo's doing. Buffalo's warming up to it because they always in the weather where they got to help shovel the stadium.
Buffalo is just like, how can we be the most? Oh, we love losing 4 Super Bowls. That's great. What an honor. 4 Super Bowl losses? What? That's great.
I got to tell you, there's a few teams out there that switch coaches because they thought they were going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that is the case. Well, Buffalo's one of them. Because if your defense was bad, you go sign Josh Allen's offensive coordinator. Like, what's going on with that defense? Because that's what the problem was.
Well, when I said fire his ass, you were like, oh, no. And then you come to realize that.
No. I'm saying that was
give up 32 points every postseason.
I am saying that was the problem. But what I'm also saying is that you go to the postseason and win a playoff game and you get to a certain point. If you just change the coach, it doesn't mean you get past that point. And we're just making that assumption.
I'll tell you who they shouldn't have had. They shouldn't hire the architect because that guy doesn't know how to drop anything.
Ooh.
The Bill Stadium architect.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. Final hour coming on up. Get you caught up with your headlines. We're back after this. On the program, let's give you one more weather update, which is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Get your free roof and window estimate. Call them at 954-968-8155. And it is currently down here in Miami. Yeesh. 92 degrees.
Soupy today.
Man, heat advisory. Looks like a clear day, though. At least down here in the 305. And but you never know.
Dude.
You never know, dude. You never know.
Okay.
You never know. It's always a roll of the dice. One could pop up over here. Tobin, you said it would be clear. I'm telling you what my phone says, okay? Everybody back off. Anyway, headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. The Dolphins wrapped up another day of practice today. The big headlines out of that one today are that Zach Sealer did not practice, unsure if it was a vet day. Reporters say they saw him doing a rehab assignment on the far end of the field, so maybe something banging him up. Greg Dulcich no longer had the red jersey on, according to the Miami Herald's Isaiah Smalls. Willie Gay Jr. left practice early. And Josh Uche was running sprints. We also found out today that kicker Zane Gonzalez is week to week, according to Jeff Hafley.
You're going to be year to year because, let me tell you, we ain't waiting around for no kicker.
Juju,
Did y'all wait for Jason Sanders last year?
they put him on the first. He had like a hip injury. No, was it hip or groin? I always forget. It's hip, right? He had an injury, but they put him on IR, so you knew he was missing 6, and then he just never came back.
Gotcha.
He never came back, and so they had Riley Patterson, who was decent last year. He came through pretty solidly last year, but I think there was supposed to be this competition, and I think Riley Patterson just won it because the other guy's not showing up.
Right.
Juju Brents won't practice this week, according to Jeff Hafley. And Cleveland Farrell is going to miss multiple weeks, according to Jeff Hafley. So, not great on the defensive ends, front of things.
Yeah, but according to Perk, somebody else not taking the opportunity.
You're not taking the opportunity, Leroy. That is true. You're just letting it go by.
You can give a whole bunch of opportunities. It don't mean that they're good enough to fill it. There's that.
This was Jeff Hafley earlier. And he said on the Dolphins front, he says he's enjoying coaching De'Von Achane. He said when Achane was in Green Bay, he made him lose sleep.
I remember it really well. It was 2 years ago when we were getting ready to play the Dolphins when I was in Green Bay, and I had not been exposed to him. And I said, this is a guy that's not talked enough about in the NFL, and I don't understand why. And he's making me lose sleep, and I think he's the most dynamic player on the team. So it's the first time, and just in my opinion, and I think I said it, if you go back and listen to my media, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I even made a statement like this guy should be talked about a lot more than he is because he's that good, and he should be considered right now along with the best backs in the NFL.
He's good.
Agreed. He's one, and one of the things that makes it difficult, and we do this with quarterback too. Some of the skill sets that they bring to the table and what makes them effective varies, right? They're just different. And that happens a lot with running back. Trying to compare De'Von Achane with Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley is unfair to all three of them because they're different backs. One of the things that people also need to understand is Philadelphia or Baltimore would not even consider a De'Von Achane because of the style of offense they run. So now we're comparing backs that play in different systems that are asked to do different things. But I would say the backs that, he should be put in the same class with is Christian McCaffrey, Gibbs, you got Bijan, you got who's the other There's one more I'm missing. Taylor. These guys are multifaceted running backs that most of them possess like this great speed, and they're not very big. Those are different types of running backs that offenses are built around nowadays. So to compare them, it's like, is De'Von Achane, when you look at the Dolphins, right? De'Von Achane would be a top 5 running back based on what they ask him to do. But if De'Von Achane was in Baltimore, he might be 20th because of the style of football they play and having a back that's not conducive to that. So, yeah, I think he's one amongst like 5 or 6 guys. It doesn't make him better, but that's kind of where the league is leaning now, with a lot of these smaller backs that are fast as hell, that you can have mismatches against linebackers. You can spread them out. They can run those little quick passes that can do a lot of things like that.
God, they get their ass kicked so bad in that game on Thanksgiving. It was such a depressing end of things. The Dolphins, that game that Jeff Hafley's talking about.
Was that the chicken wing one that I got mad at Philbin?
No. Philbin?
Remember I got mad at Philbin because he had a linebacker out there guarding a tight end with a billy club?
No, dude. That was years ago.
Yeah, it still scars me. It does. Like when coaches just do dumb things. Like he was in Green Bay. He knows exactly what they're gonna do when they get to the goal line. They're gonna take and they're gonna put a tight end out wide and match him up against a linebacker. And the best you had to offer had a billy club on for one hand.
No, that was there was the game that the Dolphins, the last 2 Packers games I remember was Thanksgiving, them getting their ass kicked, and then there was the one where Tua got concussed again, and we didn't know that he got concussed.
That was the Christmas game.
The Christmas game, right? And I said, I came on the air the next day. I said Tua ruined Christmas, and then I found out the next hour that he had a concussion the entire time in the second half. And we're like, oh, because he was amazing for the first half.
It playing in those that's like an extra bye week. I ain't gonna lie. Playing the Thanksgiving game.
Oh man.
Yeah, because you get back to town, you get to go home.
Yep. Well,
we got back on Thursday night, and we had off until the following Wednesday. That's like a bye week.
We'll take a break here on the program. More to come. We're back after this. Tobin and Leroy here with you. FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2. I want to let you guys know one more time today, if you guys want to win some tickets to Stars and Strings. Odyssey and our sister station, Kiss Country, presents Stars and Strings this November at Hard Rock Live at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. It's going to feature Lee Bryce, Kane Brown, Brantley Gilbert, Brandon Lake, Steven Wilson Jr., and a lot of other people with 2 first names. We've got your chance to win tickets. Just text the word STARS to 20357. That's STARS, S-T-A-R-S, to 20357, and you're entered. Go to WQAM.com for more info. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. The Miami Heat, we're in the midst of the offseason right now. Panthers, by the way, got an email from them today that single-game tickets are going on sale, I think, Thursday. You want to know something about Amerant Bank Arena? You can see the entire game no matter where you are.
I mean, we're comparing the arena to a stadium. Come on now.
I mean,
whatever, dude.
No lie. We have to say that now? That's a problem in itself.
Step right up for your Panthers tickets here, folks. You can see the entire game no matter where you sit.
There's no Sergei, though.
Dude, I don't want to talk about that right now. My son keeps like my son's like he can't comprehend. He hates Jacob Markstrom right now. He doesn't like him. Which
I wonder why.
Well, he loves Bob. I love Bob, and I don't want him to not like Jake because I'm gonna be locked in.
He's watching you not like this man right now, so he's gonna do the same.
I'm trying, Jennifer.
You're not trying.
I am trying. Don't tell me what I'm not doing. I'm trying as a father to have him be more reasonable. I don't want him mad at Bill Zito.
Hold on.
He thinks
Exactly. We can't tell him what he's doing.
Hold on. Why does this sound like so many conversations we've had?
Because I'm trying to not have him be a sports fan like me. I want him to be a little bit more reasonable to go into next season with optimism. But
you know he watches your antics, right?
There's no reason
That's where he
with him on
gets
this
it
Bob
from.
thing.
We are wrong, and he's right.
There's no reasoning with him on the
We'll
Sergei
see it when he has
Bobrovsky thing.
There's no reason.
He's
There's
raising
no
a little,
reason with you.
He's raising a little Skip Bayless.
Listen to me.
That's what
I'm
you
going. No. I'm going to be fully on board calling Bob washed and too old once the season starts. All right, never wanted him. That's because I'm locked in on the Panthers. We're going to be in lockstep on this.
Even saying you never wanted him. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I look.
That's his.
I just.
That's his go-to move when he.
Yeah,
when
but
he does it.
you sound absolutely ridiculous if you, out of all people, said that.
That doesn't look. That looks like the guy from. That looks like the guy from The Good Wife.
Point for.
Who is that guy? Hey, I can't do my face.
Yeah.
Either way,
you can't do your own face.
I can't do it. Look, I want him to be on board with the Cats this year. We love Sergei Bobrovsky. It's tough when you lose your best player. There's not a lot of reasoning with people.
He feels how he feels. That's what you say.
Was he their best player?
I think there's arguments that he was their best player.
No, absolutely not. He wasn't their best player.
He was
an
one of their
important
best players.
player.
He was one of their best
No,
players.
their best player is the reason why.
It's Berkey.
Yeah.
Reason why they didn't go to the playoffs last year.
And
I would agree. Sergei, and I tried to explain that to him. That I said we still got Sasha Barkov, and he goes, "Yeah, I understand, but we don't have Bob." It's about not having Bob.
Gets that
That's
from
what he
you.
said.
That sounded
That's
like
what, wait.
That's what he said.
That's what he
That is what he
exactly
said.
said.
Dude, I will talk to him tonight, and I swear I will record this for the show tomorrow, and I will play for you.
Can I just tell you?
Don't read him a script
Tobin.
before.
Tobin, you sound crazy that
I don't
your
understand.
son is saying stuff like that.
Why?
Because it doesn't even.
He's 10.
Like,
What do you want me to do? You want me to reason with a 10-year-old?
No,
he feels
no.
how
Why
he feels.
can't? No, you know what? Yeah, that's what you tell me. Why can't he feel that way?
Dude.
No. You didn't answer the question. You tell me that all the time.
Tell you
I
what.
feel how I feel. Why
do
can't he
feel
feel
how I
how he
feel.
feels?
I don't want him to hold ill will at the Panthers this
I
year.
do the same thing to you. Like I ask you, you don't trust Bill Zito with all he's done in the last 3 years?
Dade South says, is your daughter finally over losing Luongo? Yes, she is, because Bob, everybody came on board with Bob.
It all comes back to Bob.
But she loved Roberto. That was her guy. She loved Roberto Luongo.
What's your kid's fascination with goalies?
We love the goalies. These are great goalies. Roberto Luongo and Sergei Bobrovsky were
Where
great.
do you think they get that from?
I don't know.
Mind you, I never said adult. I said kids, and he says we. So therefore, they're getting it from
you making a family decision over fandom. You
Well,
said it.
no,
Wait,
like-
you said it before.
Well,
you
that's-
said it before.
hold on.
Hey, if I'm going to a Heat game and I see my kid wearing, absolutely would never happen.
Hold on. First of all, they're kids. They're going to have their favorite players. And if
What if
their
his favorite player is not a Heat player?
No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Exactly.
You are digging
That's
yourself.
ridiculous.
Do you understand how deep the hole you're digging?
You think?
Do you
mean-
understand
you
how
mean if my
deep-
son came home and he's like, Dad, can I get a Jalen Brunson jersey? I'm like, you can go find a new house.
What if he loves Jalen Brunson?
Love him in secret and not under my roof.
Really?
Man,
Not under my roof. Dude.
So technically,
He's
he can only
threatening
he
shelter.
can't feel how he feels. He can only feel how you feel.
No, that's
Then
not
what
true.
It certainly sounds that
He
way.
feels how he feels because obviously he feels how he feels because of how I felt about Sergei Bobrovsky. I did influence that, but I am trying to not have him have ill will at the Cats, and he feels that way. Like right now, if he saw Bill Zito, he wouldn't be happy with him. That's all I'm telling you.
Does he even know who Bill
And that was
Zito is?
enough for him to make his own decision.
It might have been. It might have been.
He didn't even know the guy was gone.
It's because he's not up on the news, all right? If Sergei
See,
Bobrovsky was if Sergei Bobrovsky was a video game, but he brought him up. We were at it Outback, all right? We were sharing some kookaburra wings, and he goes, "When's Panthers season?"
And
And then he's like,
so you should have said
he goes-
September.
And he says, we gonna win the Stanley Cup this year? I said,
And
yeah.
you said yes.
I said, yeah, of course, dude. I said we got a good chance. He goes, I said, we don't have Sergei.
So you're the one who told him that.
Yeah, but what did I do? What was I
You
going
were
to do?
trying to
Surprise
ruin
him?
his meal.
What was I going to do? Surprise him?
He
And
could
he
have
goes-
waited.
And so he drops the kookaburra wing, and he goes,
Did you
what
say
do you
that-
mean? What do you mean we don't have Bob?
Did you say you have baby Kachuk? You had Brady?
Wait,
I
first
did
of
explain
all,
that we had the baby
That doesn't
Kachuk.
even sound like a Tobin.
He
What do you mean?
dropped
Exactly.
the
He
wing.
dropped the wing.
He
That's
dropped
a
the
lie.
I'm telling you,
Minus
I
one.
I'm telling you,
No.
the sound. I'm telling you, the sound will echo an eternity for me because I heard the bone hit the platter.
Oh, the bone. He was done with the chicken wing.
Of course.
You're the worst.
But I'm telling you,
This needs to be a short. This needs to be a short. Tobin
he's
takes
the
his
best.
kids to a hockey game, and y'all stop at Outback on the way.
I'm telling you, dude, he's heartbroken about Sergei Bobrovsky. He doesn't want to hear nothing about Jacob Markstrom. And I'm trying to get him back on board because I got to get him locked in for the season.
But you know what? I
Don't
have a
take
better
him
idea.
tomorrow. Bring
When
him
you
to
get
the
locked
studio.
in, he'll get locked in.
Maybe.
No, maybe. Really? You said you'd kick him out of the house if he had somebody else as a favorite player.
Jalen Brunson. If he had,
I thought you liked Jalen Brunson.
I do, but it doesn't matter. He's a New York
In
Knicks. Sorry.
secret. In
Them's the
secret.
Knicks.
Now, what if he likes Jason Tatum?
What? Yeah, go live at your aunt's house.
Hey,
Damn,
you know
gonna
what?
kick him to your
You know what?
aunt's
You know what?
Her husband's an O'Keefe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
house?
No lie. For Christmas, I'm gonna get Tommy a Jalen Brunson jersey.
So you're just gonna waste $120?
What if he likes Jalen Brunson?
What if he
He
likes
doesn't like
Jalen?
Jalen Brunson. He likes Bam Adebayo. That's his favorite player.
What if he likes
And
Markstrom?
Don't trade. Well, he doesn't right now.
Or what?
If he
See,
did,
how
that'd be
do you-
great.
We
We'd
don't know. You know what? We don't know what Tommy thinks because you're thinking for him.
I'm not making this up. Why would I
Really?
make this up? This is a big
wait.
dilemma in my house.
How many 10-year-olds you know drop the wing and
A
discuss?
dilemma in your house.
Wait, time out. His daughter's starting high school.
Yep.
His wife is going back to work with all these crazy kids. And he's saying Tommy being upset or distraught with Sergei Bobrovsky not being there anymore is tearing up his house.
Yeah. It's not tearing up the house, but it is a big issue.
Dude,
because once we get to
You
Panthers season,
oversold it. Don't try to backtrack now.
I'm telling you, when we
Oh
get to
my
Panthers
goodness.
season and Markstrom, if Markstrom is 4-goal mark, he's not going to be happy, dude. He's not going to have any patience for him.
It doesn't have the same pop as 4-goal Bob.
Okay, but 4-goal Bob is still 2-cup Bob. Markstrom's got no rings.
So this is what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear when you're doing headlines and then you go, woohoo, Leroy, did you see what happened in Toronto? Oh, buddy.
I feel like I'm going to have to.
Hey, look like 4-goal Bob is back. Maybe it was a good thing we let him go.
Crazy. He will never admit. He'll come in one day and say, whew, glad we got out of that.
Glad we
And you're going to be, I'm telling you.
Old.
Yes.
Why can't I root against him?
We avoided that.
If this happens, you owe me an apology.
No, I'm not apologizing for anything.
So you wish Bob was
make him not
So
shade
you
you
wish
for a whole
Bob was
month.
still with the Panthers?
Of course I wish Bob was still. What kind of question is that?
Even if he's no good.
He is good.
But if he's not, if he's 4-goal Bob again, and they're hating him up there, are you gonna apologize? We can say, hey, maybe he was a little.
No, I'm not gonna apologize for my feelings. I feel how
Then why you get mad at Tommy?
He needs to lock in.
Why can't he feel like?
Wait a minute.
He needs to lock in.
Wait. So you guys have family feelings?
I'm gonna try.
Wait, do
Hold
you
on.
have family feelings?
I think that our feelings are.
Do you sit around the
harmonious.
table? Do you sit around the table and share your
With
feelings?
the feeling
Sometimes.
stick.
Sports feelings.
The
Sometimes.
feeling stick.
Okay.
Sometimes. My wife doesn't want to hear the sports feelings. Sometimes she wants.
Yeah,
to move on
because
with
you're
her
just
day.
trying to get all the kids to think like you.
I'm not
He can't
trying.
have original. What if he really likes Markstrom?
There's a
and you
big
say,
hold on. There's a big line, but if he likes Markstrom, that's great. I'm happy. I hope that he likes Markstrom more than he likes Sergei Bobrovsky. I hope that's what happens.
you
That's
don't
why
feel that way.
I do feel that way. I do feel that way.
No, you don't.
I hope
you're lying.
I hope no.
You're lying.
Listen, I hope Jacob Markstrom wins 3 Stanley Cups. All right, I hope he wins more than Sergei Bobrovsky.
You
He
were
won't,
lying.
but I hope that he does.
Why would you see? And you're going to drop. He won't. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's a -1.
Why?
Because you're not going
You're
in there with
rooting against your
positive.
team.
That's what I'm
Right.
trying to do,
You're
though.
rooting against your team.
Yes.
Wow, Tobin only has 2
Jesus.
feelings: petty and hungry.
I want to be clear about this. I'm rooting for Jacob Markstrom. I need him to root for Jacob Markstrom. But right now, Markstrom is just not Bob. That's what he is to my son. That's what he is. Until further notice. So, what I'm basically telling to Jacob Markstrom is don't lose. Because, I mean, you're not going to get a lot of grace from Tommy Tobin. Me? Of course. I understand. New team, new surroundings, your little pressure come back today. I'm gonna be very patient with Jakey Poo. All right.
-1.
But
-1.
me?
Liar. You're a liar.
Hey,
You're a liar.
Hey,
-1.
Tobin, you have dug
Tobin's a
yourself
fraud.
such a deep hole.
No.
You know what? There's people that don't have holes that deep that putting in pools in their backyard.
That's not true. That's not true.
They're like, I'm telling you,
I'm
all
not
we
digging
need
myself a
now,
hole.
all we need now is some cement, a couple of pipes, and we got ourselves a pool.
Dude,
You are digging your. Well, come on.
If I had it any way, I would love Jacob Markstrom to be better than Sergei Bobrovsky and Roberto Luongo combined. I want him to be the greatest Panther goaltender of all time. Of all time.
No, you don't.
I do. That's how I feel.
Look at the caressing of the face.
Yeah.
Look at you.
And why is that little picture? Why is he making the hand signals like I'm in trouble?
You were very mean to Bob.
Look, he's smiling.
I'm telling you.
Dude.
I want Jacob Markstrom to be the best goalie in Panthers
Tobin.
history. Okay,
You
I
ain't
do.
gotta lie, Tobin.
I do.
You ain't gotta lie.
I'm not here.
You ain't gotta lie.
I'm not chasing ghosts. I'm just telling you.
Hey,
Got some impressing to do in my household. That's all.
You're not. Here's the deal. Why can't Tommy have his own sports takes?
He does.
No, he
These
doesn't.
are his takes. I don't like. Oh, okay. A surprise.
You think his love for Bob only came because of your love for Bob? You don't think that's possible?
I don't understand the question. Yeah, of course. Like I love Sergei Bobrovsky. Why wouldn't he love Sergei Bobrovsky? We both wrote. We
Because
watched
that's your feelings.
We jumped in the pool together. Like we watched the Panthers win the Stanley Cup together. Why wouldn't he also love Sergei Bobrovsky? What Panthers fan doesn't love Sergei Bobrovsky?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loves. Even you came around and loved Sergei Bobrovsky. What's not to love? He's the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. And why did Sergei Bobrovsky get better?
Why did he get better?
Yeah.
He was always the best.
No. Because I remember specifically when I was saying 4-go Bob, you was like, it's not him, it's the defense in front of him.
The defense did suck in front of him.
It
was a bad defense.
Right. Agreed. And when the defense got better, Bob got better.
Are you gonna act like this guy wasn't the catalyst in these runs?
I'm
and
not
he wasn't insane.
I'm saying
great?
exactly what I'm trying to say.
What are you
I'm
trying to
saying
say?
that new goalie can't be great because the defense in front of him is going to be great.
I hope that he is. Like I said, I hope that he's better than Bob. Will he be?
You know what?
Seen.
I think you say some things just to make the point so you don't sound like a total kook.
Dude,
I'm
not
telling
saying,
you.
I'm not
I'm
making
telling
up my takes on this. I want Jacob Markstrom to be better than Sergei Bobrovsky.
Really?
Am I confident that he will be? No. I think Sergei Bobrovsky's going to the Hall of Fame. He's one of the best to do it of all time.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Okay?
Hey, he's old.
I understand. And look, I understand. You're scared to pay the old. People in sports are scared to pay the old. I get it.
Yeah.
I
The
understand.
only people that are okay with paying the old are the people whose money it's not.
But I can't help how my son feels. I'm trying to bring him around to root for Jacob
Why
Markstrom,
can't he
but
just have his own feelings?
because his other feelings right now is giving double middle fingers to new goalie.
And who taught him?
Wait,
I didn't tell him to have those feelings.
wait. I want you to look into the camera. Let's get a close up. I want to say, let's say this.
Look at that face.
Don't blink your
Let me
eyes.
tell you.
Look
He
at that
didn't possibly.
face.
Is it possible he got double middle fingers from you?
No, I didn't do that. I only talked about the Markstrom stuff on the show. I've never said anything ill about Jacob Markstrom to my son. My son,
You never gave double middle fingers when they let Bob go?
Oh, listen, I can't say
And you don't think Tommy sees that?
Overheard.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the things I said about Bill Zito in private, and they were private thoughts just to get my frustrations out. I didn't say those things in front of my son.
Goodness.
I didn't even say those things on the air because I don't really feel those things about Bill Zito. I love Bill Zito. I was just being spoiled. Okay.
We had an argument for almost an hour of, do you trust what Bill Zito's done? Why can't you just trust him? And you go, I trust him in everything but this.
I still don't know if I trust him on this, to be honest with you.
Wait,
If I'm going to be candid.
isn't his track record better than yours?
I don't agree with that.
Wait,
I don't agree with
time
that. I don't agree with
out.
that.
Time out.
Wait,
agree with
why
that.
is
You
it
don't agree?
He went to 3 out of 4 Stanley Cup Finals in the last 4 years.
Better
His
than my
track record is he's cooking
Tobin.
right now.
Tobin, wait. Tobin, your track record.
Mhm.
We had. Do you want me to find all the things that you said? All the tracks that you recorded? You remember you didn't even want Giannis.
Well, I mean, Giannis made a big dog and pony show about this whole season. And back and forth. Like, oh,
Wait,
we knew he wanted to be
We
here.
had to shoot you with a tranquilizer gun because you didn't get Dame.
I still
You
want
wanted Dame so bad. Like, are you crazy?
Listen, and
I don't even understand what I'm being reprimanded for here.
because you're raising Tommy to be another version of you
I'm
as
not
a sports
raising
fan.
him anyway. He feels how he feels. I'm going to get
you
him.
don't have
And how
any
does he feel?
suggestions?
He
Right.
looks up to you, doesn't he?
He does.
So how do you think he's going to feel?
I don't know.
If he sees my dad is going crazy, I'm going to go crazy.
But I'm going to tell him we got to lock in and we got to root for Jacob Markstrom.
gotta
You can't be
teach him
rooting
Lock
for
in?
Jacob Bobrovsky.
You're going to tell a 10-year-old to lock in?
That's what you got to
Really?
tell him. You got to tell a 10-year-old
Really?
to lock in.
Lock
We
in,
got a
Tommy.
season coming up.
What is he, a pitcher?
He's got to get a new favorite player. It's got to either be Barkey or one of the Kachucks. He's got to have a new favorite player.
But not the goalie.
He can
Notice
be the goalie
how
if he wants it to be,
he's
but it's not going to be.
choosing a player for him.
Yeah.
No, I'm not choosing a player for him.
Yes, you
I'm just
are.
telling you.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
just,
Yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
telling you it's not going to be the goalie because he's
You
not
know
going
what?
to have.
I'm going to pick it for him.
Okay, so you get to influence my son, but I don't.
Be a good uncle.
Okay.
All I got to do is send him a jersey. He'll wear it.
Yeah, he wants a Bob jersey.
No, he doesn't. I get
He
him a
does.
Bob.
Oh, what, in
Edmonton.
Toronto?
No,
Toronto.
he wants.
Sorry,
no,
Toronto.
he wants a Panther.
Yeah, get him a Toronto jersey.
I'm going to get him a
Leroy.
Toronto one. Bobrovsky.
Why do you keep wanting to buy things that are going to get sent back to you?
I mean, he wants a Bob jersey.
You said he wants a Bob jersey.
I'm not getting him a Bob jersey from Toronto.
You
Go
said
to
that. You
his
said that's
house,
what he
make
wanted.
sure Tommy
And
wears
you said you're not going to hold back and let him be the
Yeah.
sports fan he wants to be.
No, he can be the sports fan he wants to be, except for wearing rival teams' jerseys. He can't do that. I don't allow that.
Well, you know
I'm
why?
not one of these
You know
soft
why, Vlad?
parents
Let
that
me tell you
allow
why.
their fans to-
Let me tell you why.
That's
It
like
would
those.
It would be very hypocritical
all the little snot-nosed kids he talk about in the
I
arena
wouldn't.
going home crying, and then his son walk into an arena with the other team's jersey.
No. If you're a Panthers fan and you allow your kid to wear a Leafs Bob jersey to Bob's game, you're a bad parent. Okay, not even
Really?
Bob would want that. No.
Not even Bob will want. Now you put words in other people's mouth.
Wear your Panthers Bob jersey. You're not wearing a Leafs Bob jersey.
Why you got to wear a Bob jersey? He ain't on the team no more.
I'm just saying, people want to wear, like, he's a legend. Like, you could wear a Bob jersey forever. Like, it's gonna stand bright and tall. But you can't wear a Leafs Bob jersey. That's disgusting.
All right.
That's disgusting.
Really? Like,
it's like wearing a DWade Cavs jersey. It's disgusting.
Can I just say what you've done and how you treat Tommy is borderline criminal.
What?
You say
what?
Wait, you know why? Because here's why. You go, Tommy's got his own feelings, but this is how he should feel.
Exactly.
What are you trying to make this a child service case with?
Yes.
Yes,
torment that poor kid.
I'm not tormenting him.
Let him do what he wants. You say, okay,
rules.
wait, you go, Tommy, who do you like now that Bob's not here? Right?
Be like,
and then you let him ride with it. You can't go, no, no, absolutely not.
If he picks a Panther, he can pick whatever Panther he wants. He just can't pick a Leaf. He can't pick a Hurricane, Carolina Hurricane, of course. He can't pick, like, if he wants a Sebastian Aho jersey, I'm going to be like, Aho, get the hell out of my house. All right, we got to take a break. I went way over. Back after this. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Let's play a little all right. Oh, no. My all right goes to the Dolphins, man, because we're almost to preseason football. All right? We got action. We had the practice at the stadium this week. Malik Willis zinging it all over the place. Jacob Rodriguez and that mustache are doing good football
do a
things.
scrimmage? Do they do a scrimmage?
Nah, I don't think they did a scrimmage.
Okay.
I think it was just a practice.
Remember they used to always do the like either at the stadium
Yep.
or we went to FIU one time. They did it.
Yeah.
They don't do
I
that
don't think
anymore?
it was. Nah, I think they go live for a couple periods to practice, but it's not a scrimmage.
Okay, got you.
But excited. It feels like we're starting to get all the way to football, you know? My no. I mean, as entertaining as it was, I got to go with Monta Ellis. Like, I mean, I can't believe you pulled that bit again of I would have been Steph Curry if you just let me be Steph Curry, just like I was.
He's not the
Dwayne
first
Wade
player
without
to say that, but yeah, nobody like forever people will know who Steph Curry is. The only people that know who Monta Ellis is are people that saw him play. Not
Crazy.
saying he was a scrub, but just you know.
Crazy, man. What's your all right? No, Leroy.
So my all right, and I want you to guess.
You want me to
Ready?
guess you're all right?
No.
It's gotta be something with golf.
Yes. The women's amateur championship went to a young lady by the name of Asterisk Tally. Now, you know what I'm going to ask.
What are their parents' names?
No. Tangible, intangible.
I'm gonna go intangible.
Yes. But that's something a tangible would do, I'm going to just tell you.
What, change the name to asterisk?
Huh?
What, change the name?
No, her name is, that's
Would
her
be-
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tally. She's the number one junior in the world, so it was actually really cool. Only 17 years old. Cool story. It was fun to watch. My oh no goes to you.
Why?
Because stop doing this to Tommy.
I'm not doing anything.
Tell me, you know what? You guys would have fun if he had his own thoughts.
He has his own thoughts.
Really?
He has his own thoughts.
Why when you said he dropped the kookaburra wing and like, yeah, come on. Dude, we knew you were lying. Just like we knew when you're infiltrating Zach Gelb.
The
We all
echo
do.
heard around the
Yes.
world.
Right.
So let me get this straight. In your world, you think I sit at the Outback and I tell my son, you better be mad at Bill Zito for letting Bob walk.
No, that's not
Yeah.
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he probably hears it so much from you, talk about it, that he wants to be like you. So he gets his own thoughts. He doesn't get his own thoughts. He thinks that he can be closer to you if he thinks like you, which
Outback
is wrong.
smack talk.
Right.
That's what the
So it's
Outback
you.
is for you.
If
Smack
Yeah,
talk.
like how many people were at Outback when you went?
it was like a matinee. It was pretty early. It was like 5:30 p.m.
Oh, that's
The
my
old
dinner
love of
time.
the old love in Outback at
Yeah.
5:30.
Hey.
Early bird
Yeah.
special.
Hey, but the only problem is when we go to Vegas,
Mhm.
happy hour don't start till 8.
Yeah.
You mean 8 Eastern?
No, when we go to Vegas, 8 their time. So it's 11 Eastern.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But they open till like 4 in the morning.
Jennifer, what's your all right? No.
My all right goes, and I hate to say this because Frog Boy is out there possibly listening. It goes to Drake.
Oh
and
my goodness. What is wrong with him?
only if he
Wait
were
a
to
minute.
actually give the goth girl's mother a house, like he said.
Wow.
No.
What?
He said he was going to give her a house?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that he would give the winner, which is his wifey, anything that she desires. And she
I
said,
see
"Can
these
you
clips.
give my mom a house?"
So he had a contest and he married her?
No, he didn't marry her.
Oh.
Well,
It was
what
like
he doing?
It was bestie. What was the other one? It was Bestie, Wifey, and I forgot what else.
I was going to ask you what the bit was because I see these clips of Drake this weekend, but I have no idea what it's from or what the hell it is.
Right.
He featured on, I don't know, what's it called? I
He
feel
just
like
has
Vlad knows more about this than I do. He wrote
Do you
it
know,
earlier.
Vlad? Do you have any idea what Drake's up to with this show that he was doing?
Drake's doing something where, I mean, he was on a show, some pod where he was talking about all this stuff, and he's like, he doesn't consider like gifting girls tricking. He wants another word, another term to be used because he doesn't feel like he's a trick, even though he's being a trick, even though he's saying he's delivering a treat, but you know, it is what it is.
I thought he wasn't into every trick that he was meeting.
Yeah, well, that's
I ain't
funny.
into trick.
I'm happy JFig said that because Drake was gonna be on my
No,
oh no.
he's an oh no. But I'm saying
Oh.
if you were to actually give the mother a house, I mean, at least it was a gift to a mother and not something
Yeah, but I saw him do
superficial
that on
like
God's
the
plan.
person stuff.
In God's plan, he handed out all the
we
money.
all,
Right.
on God's plan, we all celebrated him doing that also.
Yes.
So you're celebrating it now.
Yeah, I don't want to celebrate. But yeah, you know what? I like when people do it without the
Clout.
fanfare.
Right.
Yeah, without the clout.
Exactly.
No, totally. I totally understand.
So
I agree.
I do like clout giveaways sometimes, though. Like, there's this guy I watch on Facebook sometimes on the Reels, and he just cuts people's lawns for free, and they're really appreciative of it.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. I don't mind that.
But you got to film them because I want to see that lawn get cut because it's really satisfying. So I need the clout. But if the payment is, hey, can I cut your lawn for free? And they're just like, yeah. They get out on the front door, and then he's just cutting their lawn. He does a nice thing. But then I get to see this crazy tall grass get cut. And it's really satisfying. Even though he's doing a nice deed for clout.
Clout cutting?
Clout cut, yeah. I'm telling you, it's hypnotizing. I could watch it all day. Because they do the speed up. And it's like, it's a delight.
Some of the things that
Your algorithm is fantastic.
some of the things that are you are just entertained by is remarkable.
Thank you.
I wasn't congratulating you, buddy.
What's your oh no, Jennifer?
This whole stadium, like really, you pay billions for obstructed views.
So great.
You just keep feeding us more things to make fun of you by, which is totally fine because you know we have like the good end of the stick there, but it's absolutely ridiculous. You should have done better.
$2 billion. Everybody should get like crazy goggles to see you should be able to see Josh Allen's sweat from the nosebleeds.
I should be able to see the game from Toronto.
Yep.
If you spend $2 billion.
Crazy, dude.
Right. And you can't even see it from a seat that you paid.
I can't even see it from a seat with it while I'm inside
that you paid
the
for.
stadium.
Like, yeah.
Vlad, what's your all right and oh no?
Well, since a lot of people have taken my all rights and oh no's, I'm gonna go with let's just keep it Marlins. All right. Griffin Conine.
Yeah, he's good.
Those 2 home runs. Yeah. All right. That was good. My oh no, Kyle Stowers. Right when he's hitting. Oh, the hammy injury. Oh my God.
The other one.
Right. And it seemed like, because I'm looking at the lineup this weekend. I'm like, oh, they got Otto batting third. Okay, let me see this. This lineup looked pretty good with Otto at third, batting third, and Kyle Stowers being the leadoff hitter. So I was like, okay, maybe this could lead into something. And then just right when everything's getting good, hammy.
Yeah, I was listening as that was happening. I heard Jack was like, oh no. Oh.
Oh yeah, you seen them pull up lame.
That hammy got you.
It's been a while since the Marlins had a game like yesterday too.
Yeah.
Where it just you kept a little side eye just in case, but it was always
now
in
once they got to 6-2, it was like, okay, they should win this. Then they got to 8-2, you're like, all right, yeah. Okay, they're gonna win this.
Angels stink. They should have taken care of them.
And they were playing Angels playing Little League baseball from the first inning.
You think Mike Trout's proud of himself?
That what?
He's on the worst team. But
Not his
we
fault.
all know he's great, but
it's not his fault.
Do you think like he has to log into the bank account just to make himself feel better when he looks at the standings?
9 figures always.
I'm sure it does.
9 figures is always.
But is it he doesn't really seem like he's that moved one way or another.
He doesn't seem like he's in
You know what I mean?
any rush to go anywhere. He's like, yeah, you want to play for the Phillies? You want to play for the Yankees? Like, I don't think so. I think I just want to be awesome and be on a terrible team and make oodles of money. Is that cool with everybody? I'm like, yeah, I guess it's cool, Mike Trout. No problem. But man, your teams are so bad. It's crazy. And he's healthy this year. He's as healthy as he's been.
Okay. I mean, he still missed games, but yeah.
Well, either way, doesn't want to make a stink. Just wants to make $1 gazillion. Be left alone.
That's it. What, is there anything wrong with that?
And by the way, you're in a town now with the Dodgers. I mean, they've always been in a town with the Dodgers.
Wait, it's not.
But like now, it's the Dodgers. Like
it's always been the Dodgers. I lived out there. It's always been.
I understand, but it hasn't been like it's even more vast than it's ever been. Because he used to at least have Shohei as a teammate.
They've always had like that one star that they thought would draw some attention. They had Albert Pujols with Trout.
Oh, I do.
You know, they've always had players, and you're thinking, okay, good.
But the Dodgers being the most expensive thing in sport, and you being such losers,
It doesn't help now. But they were the most expensive thing in sport, and they weren't winning.
I know.
Artie Moreno and all of them. Get out of here.
I mean, who's that way now? San Diego? Or the Mets?
The Mets.
The
The
Mets
Mets are that. The Mets are.
Because remember, we were saying that about Boston in the beginning of the year, and they went on just, geez.
They're on our ass, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sick of them. Damn it.
O'Keefe.
I thought Yankees fans were Giants fans.
Not all. I mean, they
He's
go
like my
by that.
uncles. My uncles are Yankees and Jets.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not unheard of.
Here's the thing: when you have two teams in the market, at some point you're gonna have to pick one. You can't root for both.
Right.
Some people might have said I chose wrong.
What's more vast? Dodgers, Angels, Knicks, Nets.
Oh, Knicks, Nets.
Who that? Can you name a Net?
Well, no, that's a great comp.
Wait. Do they still have who's the what's his name? Claxton.
The only reason why I say it's a great comp because you gotta understand.
Is Claxton still on that team?
No,
he's not.
What do you call it? The Angels play in Orange County.
Right.
They're not even in L.A. They're not in the city of L.A.
Well, they were the Anaheim Angels
they're
forever.
Right, but now they lost. But they want to get the L.A. rub, so they wanted to call themselves the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Maybe they should go back.
I don't know, but there's not. But you got to understand, they're in another county. The difference between the Knicks and the Nets is even in their own borough. The Nets are not loved in Brooklyn.
Can you name a Net, Leroy? They don't have Claxton anymore. He got traded.
You can name a Net, Leroy. They got a former champion on their
Think Denver
team.
Nuggets.
They got a former champion on their
Murray?
team.
No, not Murray.
Nope, the other one.
His brother.
The dunk champion, Aaron.
No.
His brother.
Every Nugget.
He's every light-skinned Nugget, by the way. His brother got caught cheating, gambling, and his brother's a bum.
I still can't remember. I know you're talking about
Michael
Porter.
So the answer is no. Leroy cannot.
How
name a
about
Net.
they also got Julius Randle? By the way, Julius Randle.
Julius Randle got screwed. Goodness.
How did he got screwed? He didn't get screwed. He screwed
got a
himself.
championship? Oh, he didn't want to take the money.
He got traded for Claxton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got to go. We're way over. This has been your resident Nets roster trivia. We will talk to you rascals tomorrow.
Tommy, get a better goalie.